it has a decent player base though. I'm curious.
They showing the dude that stole them Starfields on the news.
Swear.
Ain't he from around your way?
Yeah, he's from here.
He's from Memphis.
Yeah, man. I think he worked at FedEx. That's how he got him.
Damn.
Yo,
What's
Jack,
the hell when you recognize public
you
like
recognize
that?
You recognize that block?
Oh, I don't know nothing.
The funny thing is, this a nigga that be on this a nigga that be on Hard 8 podcast called Savage, man. He sounds just like that nigga. I think he's from Memphis too. I thought that was him when I was listening to the video.
Might be him, shit.
I was like, oh shit, this motherfucker. But the way he was like public about it, I didn't think he like maybe I thought he of course got him early from maybe like stealing it, but I didn't think he was like selling them shits and all of that. Like
he was selling them on Macari. He was selling them on Macari. I seen the link.
Wow.
Yeah, $200, $100. He had all the different versions, bro.
That's crazy. He a wild boy for that. Like the fact that he put his face on there.
Yeah.
On the internet, like yo, you were just like self snitching. Yeah, self snitching is at an all time high, yo. Like that's crazy. You just told on.
Yeah, that was dumb as hell.
Yeah,
he tried to drop a review for the game. He was talking about it's one of them games you don't want to miss. Like, can you give us details about the shit? He just give him mad vague statements just to get locked up, goofy ass.
Imagine catching a felony charge over Starfield, bro. Like that's crazy, bro. That is crazy.
He better have he better hope Phil Spencer use some of that $7.5 billion and get that nigga out.
They about to give his ass a Metacritic score in years, nigga. I hope they don't. This shit gonna be green.
They say that shit, whatever the game score on Metacritic, that's how long you got.
This shit gonna be green. That's crazy.
That's how much years you gonna get, Jack?
I ain't gonna lie, I would be crying, nigga. That'd be hilarious.
Nah, we definitely gotta follow up with that story and see how sentences go because I gotta see how much years he gets for that shit. Because anyhow, a man is like sitting down doing like 5 to 10 over that dumb shit that he did. That's insane. Yeah. That's insane.
He stole mad copies too, like the collector's edition joints. Like
he had all the editions.
Yeah.
Because when I first seen the video, I'm like, damn, he plugged in over there at Bethesda or something. Because he had all the editions, but it wasn't like the fucking like how when they send content creators versions, it comes in like a special care package. His shit was like fresh out of retail, like a retail version.
He jammed that shit. We know what's going on.
Why would you post it online, bro? I just don't understand, bro.
Yeah.
Clout, man. You know,
he was looking for it. He was looking for it. You know what's funny?
You got it.
Yo, Jack. You know what's funny though? Before we actually start the pod, I seen a couple of that shitty ass review that he gave on the porch saying, yo, Todd Howard, that's a good game.
Yeah.
I actually seen a couple of Xbox dudes in that thread saying, yo, this review was actually kind of tough. Like, straight to the point. I'm like, Nick, come on, bro. Like, come on, bro. Are you guys serious?
He wasn't saying shit in that review.
He wasn't saying nothing. That's crazy. But, yo, we live, people. Welcome to another episode of Good Gaming Podcast, episode 46. It feels a little nostalgic in here. We just missing Alexx in here, man. We just missing Alexx. That would be low key a PSP reunion, but we got our boy Jack
he's somewhere editing a video about fanboys,
doing something like that. Shout out to Alexx. But we do got JackmoveJohnny in the building. You already know what it is. It's been a while since he been on the podcast, but I definitely had to get him on here to come and discuss what's going on with PlayStation today, so we definitely gonna have some great conversations. But Jack, man, thanks for pulling up on us, man. How you been?
I've been doing good, man. I've been checking out the podcast, man. You know what I mean? I be in the gym. Podcast, come on, I be checking y'all boys out.
Okay.
The gym. Yeah, man. Y'all glowed up. Hey, was that a problem, man? Was that a problem, man? Y'all kind of glowed up after I left, man. What's going on, bro?
Absolutely,
we glowed up.
I was the problem. Okay, cool. I just need the clarification. That's all.
But
look at it. Jack, how many pounds you lost?
And you back and you in the gym now, so you glow.
That's true. I'm up to 30 pounds lost, man. 30 pounds lost.
Wow.
Hey. Something slight, you know what I mean?
I'm proud of you, sir.
Still eating burnt bologna, We working, man. We trying.
First of all, I seen that video on the timeline. First of all, look, I know that Weapon Will Patreon ain't that dry that you eating bologna like that, bro. You gotta be eating better than that, Jack. Come on.
You'll be surprised, KOFI, man. It's rough out here, man. A Big Mac meal like about $12, $14 now, man. I ain't got it, bro. I ain't got it.
Yeah, prices is definitely crazy. I be on them rewards apps going crazy. Like, I'm not buying this shit straight up. That shit is expensive.
I need to download that. I need to download the apps, bro. I don't have any, bro.
Yo, get all the apps. So you're gonna find some nice deals on there. I be beasting off that one deal. They be like, you spend $2, you get a medium fry. So I just buy like a chicken sandwich, and then man,
I'm hustling backwards.
See, look, I'm about to sound like I'm extremely like privileged, but I don't take advantage of none of them app deals from Mickey D's, Tim Hortons. I don't take none of. I just feel like I'm wasting my time, bro. I feel like I'm wasting time, bro. I just want to
have free food on there, don't they?
Yo, they be giving mad free food.
Yeah, I'm bugging.
But the thing is, I like to be in and out places. I think I'll even pay to just get in and out. When you have to pull out the extra card to scan this, that, like I feel like I'm just wasting time, bro. Like here and let me go about my business.
Time is money, man. Time is money, man. Get your free food, man.
For real.
Yeah, but it's definitely great to have you back on the podcast, Jack. Jmaine.
Yes, sir.
We had a bet.
Oh, did we?
We had a bet with a certain game. And I would like to say I am never, ever, ever, ever betting on green in my life, ever in life again. Again.
The boys came close. I think this was the closest they probably ever been.
It was close.
No cigar.
I'm never, ever,
this
ever.
is for
ever,
90,
ever,
right?
ever,
90 on Metacritic?
90.
Yes.
90. Yep.
Damn.
Man, that's how. But I already paid Jmaine his money though, so we all straight.
The hell
we
you
square.
didn't?
We square.
I don't know what the fuck that currency. Somebody on the Twitter comments was like, did he pay this nigga in Pokemon money? Like, what the hell? What the hell symbol was that? I had to Google that shit. It was like Russian rubles or some shit like that. Like this man paid me some bullshit.
Yo, Jmaine said, we said we have a bet for $20 and we didn't discuss the currency, bro. We need
what's
I gave him 20
conversion on there. What's the conversion on there? Did it
20
add
cent? 20 cent, nigga.
You's a dirty motherfucker,
I can't
boy.
do shit with that. And by the time it comes, it is through PayPal. So they take.
Yeah, facts.
They taking something off the top. By the time I get that into my bank account and like transfer this shit over, that's about to be about 5 cents. Give me like a Swedish fish or a Sour Patch Kid or something.
I mean, we didn't discuss the terms properly, bro. We didn't discuss the terms properly. You never said USD. You never said Canadian dollars. You just said $20. So I gave you $20 from, you know what I mean? It's like, it's like,
you a shady motherfucker for that.
I'm nasty for that. I'm nasty for that, guys.
Yeah, I'm still gonna kick your ass when I see you for that bullshit. I got to off the strength, man. That was crazy.
Guys, I already knew, it was just a little bit of an alley-oop for Jmaine to come and make a little funny on the timeline. But me and Jmaine agreed that he said I should keep my money, and the reason why, because he knows he's gonna have to give this 20 right back, because Elden Ring DLC is not dropping this year. It's not.
You did make that.
It's over for that. See, I think, I don't know when I made that bet, but I don't know if Armored Core had a release date at that point. I didn't realize that Armored Core was going to be their shit for this year. I thought maybe they was going to run it right back with the Elden Ring DLC like PlayStation did with Horizon. But nah, they sitting pretty well Armored Core, so they chilling. They could take their time with Armored Core, with Elden Ring, and drop that DLC like next year or some shit like that. So yeah, it's over. It's over. So I told him keep the 20, but his L is still bigger than mine. That's all I'm gonna say. His L is definitely still bigger than mine.
Is this a fucking family reunion?
Oh, yeah. Let's go. You know what? We just got to
because I'm a big channel now that I'm not gonna come back and visit my boys in the bottom.
Yes. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. Got to his head. The fame got to his head.
First of all, why is it that KOFI with a child is putting out more content than Jmaine and Jack combined?
Oh man, hold on, come on, man, don't do that to me, man. I got a busy life, man. I work for the president and shit like that. Joe Biden can't keep his eyes open.
You got nothing to do. You got the same do-rag on we've had on for the last 10 years, bro.
The fuck out of here. The fuck out of here. You see, you come in here talking that shit, that steroids is fucking with your brain. I understand.
But
hey, listen, I gotta stay in shape for my viewers, man. They got this thing they just, I don't know what it is. They're like, oh, I'm not gay, but take off your clothes, please. I want to see it.
Alexx, I do need to know, is this a quick pit stop so I can fix boxes, or are you staying for the thing? What's up?
No, I'm walking my dog. I'm walking my dog, but I gotta finish editing when I'm done walking her. So I'll be on it's a quick pit stop, but then I'll come back so you can fix boxes.
All right, no problem. But all right, so Alexx, man, it's good. It's great to hear from you. I like what I'm seeing. You know what I mean? I love it that one of us, got to blow up like that. I'm really proud of what you're doing over there.
Why haven't you blown up yet? You need to make more content. It's not about blowing up. You have to put the fucking work in.
Now you're doing.
Shout out, you know what? A shout out to Jay Bar. It's because we black. You know how it is.
Oh man, I love this.
We're getting the same disrespect as thrash.
So there's a little. So I did use your tweet for tomorrow's video, Jmaine.
I made the video.
You made the video.
Let's fucking go, man. Hey,
because you were cooking pretty hard that other day, my boy. Let me tell you something.
Yeah, nah. I don't like to see my people use race as for something so fucking small as
something so incredibly trivial is
yeah. I don't.
That shit is stupid.
This shit exists, but I don't think it applied in this situation at all. I think someone just said something.
Because
someone just said something stupid.
I went back and I looked through the whole thread, and I even got on Reddit. And I looked at Reddit. Nobody talked about anything about that.
Yeah,
they only talked about what he said.
Yeah, and you don't even know King Thrash is black unless you watch his YouTube and hear his voice. So you don't. And the article, the journalist or quote unquote journalist, whoever the fuck he is, you don't need to do all that to even make an article. All the fucking idiot shit was right there in the tweets. That's all you had to take from it to make a whole article about it. So
it was a ridiculous thing to say.
Yeah. We definitely gonna get into all of that with the Starfield talk and shit like that. But it's been wild. But Alexx, what you been playing, man? What you been up to? What you been playing?
Right now, I am playing more Path of Exile still. It's a new league that came out. It's only a couple weeks in, and I'm playing Baldur's Gate. I'm like 80 hours in.
It's game of the year right there.
It's looking like it. It's looking like it.
That is 100% game of the year. That took down Zelda. I put Zelda down real fast. I am playing this game nonstop. This is one of the best games I ever played.
That shouldn't be crazy because it didn't come out of nowhere for like a lot of PC gamers, but in terms of like that shit being like a game of the year contender and a possible winner, I was like, yo,
I'm standing by that. That shit came out of nowhere for me. Like once again, like 2 years ago, outside of people like Alexx and shit like that, you know what I mean? Like we who was talking about Baldur's Gate? Nobody was talking about this shit. That's what I'm saying. Outside of people like Alexx and shit like
podcasting.
Nobody even mentioned this shit.
I was losing my shit, and you guys were like, "What the fuck are you talking about?"
Yeah, nobody cared, yo. Nobody fucking cared, yo.
And it's been in early access, right? For like
that's what I'm saying too. The funny thing is, it's been the game has been available, but I've never seen nobody discuss nothing about this on the timeline until like I swear like maybe 2 or 3 months before released, and all of a sudden this shit just blew up, became like the biggest game ever.
That studio, if you don't want to play Baldur's Gate 3, you want to test your feet first to see if you like it. Play Divinity Original Sin.
Yeah,
it's same creators.
It's the same creators, same kind of game. It just doesn't have Baldur's Gate. And if you never played Baldur's Gate 1 and 2, don't worry. You can play 3 and be fine. They're not not connected stories.
I got a question.
They just have the same location. Yeah.
Have you fucked a bear yet?
No,
Alex is some freaky shit in that game.
You disappointed me, bro. Let me be honest.
The one who I fucked. Okay, the one who I fucked is Karlach. She's like the 7 foot tall muscle mommy. She's like made of fire. She's got big fucking thighs and a fat ass. She's the best one. Jack, listen.
Look at this guy getting horny, bro. Like, oh,
you like hot shit in your ass, Alexx? Is that what you telling us?
Listen. You know we talking about like, hey, that's some hot pussy. That's what I'm talking about, boy.
Oh my god,
she's burning, nigga.
Burning.
There we go. Yes, sir. Okay.
That's crazy.
She is burning. Stay away.
So, yeah. So Path of Exile. Path of Exile never going away. That's game of every generation. And I uninstalled Diablo 4, put that shit in the trash. I got that game for free.
Y'all even forgot I had that game, bro. There's too much to play, bro. Like y'all don't understand me, bro.
Listen, Blizzard gave me a fucking key for Diablo 4. They're like, here you go, bro. I was like, hey, thanks, I appreciate it. I want a refund for the key they gave me.
Damn.
God damn.
That's how bad that game is, bro. I was so hyped for that game, and they I don't know what they did,
but I heard a lot of the problems is like end game shit. But for like a casual person like me, if you're just playing through the stories, fine though. I heard that shit just fine. You're just playing through that shit, bro.
Resistances are a big deal for every ARPG, right? You have to have resist gear or resistances on your gear to like survive attacks. They don't work. The only way to get resist is to increase your armor. So if you're a sorcerer, you're fucked. If you're a necromancer, you're fucked. The only person who gets like bonuses from armor is a barbarian, but even then they're not doing enough damage from what everybody else is doing comparatively, even though you can have like 4 legendaries and 4 legendary aspects. It's just the whole game is fundamentally broken on so many levels that it's just like, what the fuck did you guys even do for the last 7 years plus?
Yeah. Hey, no what? I have seen a lot of conversations, at least from the hardcore Diablo guys, complain about this game. So it must be some shit going on. For me, once again, since I'm straight up, I don't know shit about Diablo. You know what I mean? I only like started playing it a couple of months ago. I didn't even end up finishing 2 yet. Got busy with the kid and shit. So, but yeah, Diablo is probably kind of, out of all the games that have come out now, I think Diablo is kind of moving down to the list of the games I'm just get to later.
Just don't even play. Just don't even play it.
It's too much shit.
All right, I gotta go. I'll be back here later.
All right,
thank God.
Got you.
Down PC dog shit talk.
All right, yo.
Right.
Alexx gonna pull up a little bit later. He's gonna get inside the crib, and I guess it's gonna be a little bit of a PSP reunion up in this bitch. But Jack, what you been playing, bro?
Man, the little bit of gaming I have been doing. Well, I got good news. I finally, after 3 goddamn playthroughs, I finally platinum Persona 5 Strikers. Man, it took a
3
playthroughs,
bro. I had to play because I didn't know it was like an XP workaround. You could do like your first playthrough, but after that, like it's almost you can't even do it, bro. I had to beat it on normal, then I beat it on hard mode, then I beat it on merciless mode, which was crazy. But yeah, that was like 110 hours, bro. Like time sink. The game ain't that long, really. The game, like I beat, it take over 110 hours to beat Persona 5 by itself, right? So I beat the game 3 times in 110 hours. So it ain't a long game, but it was tedious, bro. Playing the first Shantae that recently came to PlayStation, never been on PlayStation. That came out a few months ago. Playing through that. Cool game. What else I've been playing? That's really the only 2 things I've been playing. I started playing Madden because my goofy ass game share partner BG bought Madden. I've been playing. I just played BG. I actually fucking lost, which is crazy. So that should tell you how I'm doing. My favorite team, the Tennessee Titans, is the 3rd worst team on Madden, and their gameplay reflects that. They fucking suck. Okay, so it's bad, bro. It's bad.
All right, that's cool. That's cool, Jmaine.
Just to piggyback over Jack, I was dabbling in the Madden shit too. But like the thing with me with sports games now at this point, I can't do the yearly shit every year. I just can't. So if my team in real life is good on paper, at least I'll probably fuck around and fuck with
pick
the
it up.
game.
So y'all popping right now. Though. You got A-Rod, you know what I mean? Team looking nice. I see what you're doing.
Exactly. Like in the years of 2K when we had KD and Kyrie, I was fucking with it. You know what I'm saying? It kind of lessens the bullshit because you got great players to get around it. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of why I'm dabbling with the Madden. I ain't played Madden in so fucking long. So I was playing it. It's cool, it's cool. It's Madden. It's nothing that you gotta really like jump out and get. And I'm only playing it on the trial. Don't think I bought that motherfucker because I know 10 hours of Madden is all I need. That's all.
You're gonna be good.
After that, you're done.
I'm gonna dabble in a couple games, play online here and there, but I'm not really like looking to invest in this shit heavy. But yeah, I was playing a little bit of Madden. Jets definitely fire, looking good. Super Bowl, Jack. You understand? You can get on the train now. Your team is ass. Okay, we looking alright.
I see that.
We're looking at. So I was fucking around with that. I was telling y'all earlier I got invited to the Hyenas beta, so I definitely want to check that out later. Also downloaded Sea of Stars. That game actually came out.
I got a review copy for that shit randomly, yo. I didn't even
Did you really?
sign up. Yeah, I didn't sign up. I just randomly got a review. I don't know. I guess they're just going around.
Jmaine, you paid $80 for that, Jmaine?
For Sea of Stars?
Yeah.
$80? What? Wait.
Where you get it from?
I got it from PlayStation Plus.
Oh, you paid $80 for it then?
Oh!
You know what type of time we on. Hey, let's get to this fuck shit. Yeah.
PlayStation, nigga, fuck play. I forgot.
Yeah, you know what type of time we on today, baby.
Wait, hold on. Hey, shout out to PlayStation Canada, you know what I mean? It was good, you know what I mean? Don't be fucking up no sponsorship up in this bitch, you know what I'm saying?
Nah, respect.
Nah, I'm flying, but they definitely gonna have to get some smoke today from them prices.
Oh, for sure.
99 Canadian dollars for PlayStation Essential? Nah, we won't get to it. We're gonna get
That's
to it.
ridiculous.
But for me, what have I been playing? I've been playing a little bit of Starfield. Yes, I got the game code a little bit early. Unfortunately, I didn't get it 2 weeks ago. But I've been playing a little bit of Starfield. I've put about 4 hours into the game, and I'll talk about that a little bit later. And I've been playing that and Armored Core. Those are probably like the only 2 games I've played since the last podcast. It's probably only going to be the only 2 games I'm playing until I finish both. But you know, I've been definitely on my I don't know if anyone has noticed who's been watching the channel, but I've been on my content shit, and that should be time consuming. I have to definitely pull up on Alex, like, is he beating any video games? He's either he's either like a monster at this shit, or he ain't beating no video games.
No video games when he wasn't doing content. I thought he changed now, shit.
Because nah, bro. Because doing this daily shit, yo, bro, that shit is time consuming. Add a baby to that, and look, listen, I'm actually there for my kid. I'm like, you know, we got people like Anubis where he just pawns it off on his wife to do all the work and shit like that.
Damn,
you know?
That's a gunshot.
Anubis called it straight. God damn,
I fuck with that. Okay.
You know what I mean? Some people just pawn their kid off to their girl and let them.
Nah, Kofi, we seen that picture on the timeline today. Your son was damn near hanging off by one leg off your lap while you was playing.
I ain't see that one.
First of all, I have him. He's mad secure and he's mad safe. He's mad secure and mad safe.
His thumb was like hanging off your controller. You over there playing.
Yo, he's trying to press. Yo, he's trying to press buttons too, bro. He's trying to press buttons, bro.
I see it.
You see what I'm saying?
He's trying to play already.
He's trying to play. Yo, he's gonna be a prodigy. Jmaine, the funny thing, he's gonna come back and already be a better gamer than you, bro. At age 5, at age 5, I'm gonna make sure he's a better gamer than you. So remember that. Age 5 is gonna be better than you, bro. Shout out to Cam. Shout out to Cam, bro. You already know what's coming, bro.
So at age 5, if he beat 3 games, it's already over for me then.
Exactly. all I have to do is get him to play Abzu 2 times. You know what I mean? And then he's straight. He's already on your level. Yeah, but those are like the only 2 games I'm playing. And
have you gotten into the Armored Core multiplayer?
Yo, bro, you have to get to chapter 3 before that unlocks, and I'm only on chapter 2. Oh, I'm still working on it.
So it's not open from the jump.
Yeah. It's not open from the jump. You have to get to chapter 3 to unlock it. I've been seeing the PvP gameplay, and it shit looks a lot of fun. Have you actually taken a look at the 1v1s? It looks a lot of fun.
I watched that whole showcase that they had put out. It was like 2 hours long, and they was fighting Cowboy and Ouroboros. They was going to get each other 3v3 and 1v1. Fighting Cowboy was whooping his ass. But the multiplayer, that shit looked kind of,
that's what I'm saying,
like chaotic and hectic. But
yeah, this shit caught my eye. The 1v1 seemed like it's a nice it's like a nice change of pace, because now, like, yo, it's all about the builds that you do, what counters what, and you know, like, you have to resource manage your shit properly, or your ammunition and all of that. It seems like it's gonna be a good time. I actually can't wait to unlock the PvP and get into it. Right now, them boys Blaze and Strat, you know, who I would play with, them boys have beat the game like 3-4 times already.
Yeah,
so, you know,
Blaze beat it 3 times.
They're already ahead of me, bro. So I need to catch up. Definitely.
Blaze a From Software fanboy for real. He be deep in them trenches when them games come out.
I got smoke, bro. I got smoke, Jack.
Who you got smoke with?
I got smoke with your crooked hairline boss BG. And that goofy ass nigga Tony for talking all this shit. Jack,
what they do?
Let me tell you something. How many times have they those specifically 2 people have run the narrative? It's Kofi's this, Kofi hype beast this, Kofi just buys it, Kofi likes everything, Kofi.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah.
Jack, I know you've seen the conversation surrounding Armored Core when it comes to BG and Tony. Bro, them boys called that game mid. They said it was any other studio, nobody would pay attention. They would be saying, and obviously this game is getting some extra eyes because From Software, people fuck with From Software now, so obviously people are gonna get some extra eyes, duh. But the fact is, them two mans were talking mad shit. They're saying like, "Yo, Kofi, yo, why are you looking for the armor core?" Like, I'm like, bro, I seen gameplay. This shit look good. Just for them to talk shit, and Jack, guess what? Just for them to buy it the same day as me. Buy it the same day as me.
BG got it. Yeah, because BG wasn't looking forward to the game for what I remember. I was surprised he had copped it.
How you talk all this shit to me and buy it?
Yeah, he enjoyed it.
Nigga doing a full playthrough. How does that work? And I'm the hype beast? Come on, bro. What world do we live in? What world do we live in? At least I was consistent. I'm like, yo, this shit doesn't look half bad. It's from software, so I trust the developers. You know what I mean? So I don't get it. I don't get it, man. So I just got smoked for Tony and BG, bro. I hate you guys, and I hope you guys. Actually, no, let me just fall back because sponsorships might be watched, but you know what I mean. So let me just fall back.
Kofi is compromised, ladies and gentlemen. We got him.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, so let's go ahead and get into some of these topics, bro. So where do you guys want to actually kick it off? You know, do you guys want to start off with the Starfield stuff? Do you guys want to start off with something light with the PlayStation Portal? Maybe wait for Alex to hop in here. You guys want to do the PlayStation Portal shit first?
Yeah, let's talk about this PlayStation shit.
Let's get that shit out the way. Jack, are you picking it up? I know you like the game on your bed. Are you picking it up?
The PS Portal. See, the thing about the PS Portal, when I first saw it, I was like, I'm not fucking with it at all, right? But the more I look at it, man, I'm like, I could use it, right? Because I stream all the time, and for me to play my game system, I have to hook up my capture card to my laptop. It's a whole situation. So I do have some type of use for it, but the fact that it's only remote play, bro, it's a turnoff, bro. It's a definite turnoff. If it could play, I don't even need it to have its own games, right? If it could just play my PS5 natively, right? Like on some, but it would have cost way too much if they would have did that. I don't know, bro. On top of the proprietary earbud situation, like I don't like the way they moving with it, bro. I really don't.
Yeah, so we officially got the release date for it. I don't know why they rolling it out like this, the way they did, but because they announced
they must have known. They must have known.
And more details, and then a week later we getting the release date. That shit is weird.
Were they trying to step on Starfield? Do you think so? Did they think that this was gonna step on?
What the fuck is this doing?
That's what I'm saying. Do you think they were trying to step on Starfield with this?
If this is what they had to step on Starfield, then PlayStation is in more deep shit than we even know. Man, if this is it. Because I agree with that, Kofi. Like usually they might try to come out with something like good that will, kind of step on a big release or something like that, especially for Xbox. They got like the whole Jay-Z and Nas thing going on where, when Nas is about to come out with something, Jay-Z drops something. Yeah. But if this is it, no, man. So November the 15th is the official release date, and it is $200. That's one thing I do think they got right is the price. Of this
it's
shit.
Cheap. It's cheap.
Because you look at it, you like $200 for a remote play device. If you like remote play, or if something that benefits you, that's a very enticing price. I was even looking at it like, damn, I'll be at work a lot.
I got a question about that.
But I got to see how that latency shit is.
Do y'all think, I feel like, because there's people to this day that don't truly understand remote play, they don't know what it is. Do you think it's going to be people buying this not knowing like how to use it for real? Like, I can see that happen.
Thinking it's like a native device or something like that.
Or anything.
Exactly. Like, I see what you're saying, Jack, because you're right. PlayStation hasn't really kind of marketed remote play or probably explained it very well to the casual consumer yet. So I guess we got to see how this controller does with just in general, to see if they're gonna adopt it, because I don't know if you're not a hardcore PlayStation fan, I don't know if you're running out to buy this. Like, this might confuse some people if they don't show it off right, you know what I mean? It definitely might confuse some people. And Jack, just like you're saying, like, I think aesthetically, I actually think the thing looks kind of cool. I know some people are kind of like harping on this design. I like the design too. I kind of like the design. I kind of like that. It's like a DualShock. Yeah, it's like a DualShock. Has all the features of a DualShock. But just like you said,
that's the part I do like about it. That it is an actual controller.
Yeah, literally, when you hold it in your hand, it probably feels just like you're holding the controller. Just probably it's a little wide and shit. But the thing is, just like Jack was saying, and I addressed this last podcast as well, is just that I just can't help but think, like, I kind of wish the thing did a little bit more. You feel me? Like, it just seems like the fact that it just has one feature only. It's kind of disappointing, bro. Like, y'all couldn't even get like regular game streaming on there. Y'all couldn't get, I don't know, fucking movies, something else. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, at least do something. Like, the fact that it only works on remote play, and I'm sure it's actually gonna work great in the crib, because I've actually remote played on my Steam Deck on my PS5, and it works really well in the house. But Jmaine, you were saying like try this shit at work. Good luck, sir.
Oh yeah, it's over.
Good luck, sir.
It's over, dog.
I can't imagine
I was trying
that
to
working
play
well.
Last of Us Part 2 at work and I was playing it on my phone and shit like that with a Bluetooth DualSense attached, and nah, I could never.
I don't think
never play like that. I was at a hotel one time trying to play Battlefield. I could never do that. Like I don't know how. And that's the thing. Like I was watching some of the previews and stuff like that, which is why I want to see what this latency is like, the numbers wise. I want to see some like actual number testing, because a lot of times I think people like get their hands on these remote play devices, and I feel like sometimes they lose sense of reality on what latency is and like what it really feels like, because I'll be playing shit. Like the best latency I've ever experienced was Google Stadia. Like that shit was amazing. Like I was like, damn, I could actually sit down and play.
I've never
like
tried
this.
that. I've never tried.
But
Google
remote
Stadia,
play from PlayStation or even the Xbox shit, even the XCloud, none of that shit ever came close to that. Like not even close. So I don't know. Maybe this PlayStation Link stuff has some secret ability to it, but I don't see that shit.
Yeah, I don't know, man. But $199 is coming out, what, November 15th, you said? On the 15th?
Yeah, I think it's only available on the PlayStation Direct store. So that's
interesting. That's probably for the US.
It hasn't sold out yet.
No.
Somebody came to my stream like it's been on sale all day. And usually when PlayStation come out with those releases, that shit be gone pretty quick. The face plates, the special edition consoles, special edition games, controllers. Ain't nobody buying.
It's still up. You can add it to the cart right now. Because I see Wario. He said like they are limited to only one per customer.
They ain't got to worry about that.
Due to high demand, and that shit is still there.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's almost like it feels like almost like the PSVR situation, because I felt like that was available too. Like the PSVR 2, like it never sold out. Like you always could pre-order it. You know what I mean? So I guess it's just a thing with the peripherals then that I guess people are not 100% ready to jump on board.
The DualSense Edge, did that thing sell out when they had?
No, but I don't think that was a PlayStation Direct kind of exclusive thing. Well, in America, I don't think it was. I think that just launched everywhere.
That's doing numbers.
I believe in the last NPD, like wasn't it like the highest selling like peripheral or some shit like that?
Yeah, it is. It is for the year in the US.
Did you guys see that stat saying that if people who have a DualSense Edge are actually gaming like more or some shit like that? Did you guys see some shit like that?
Yeah, I didn't understand that though. Like, because a majority of people don't have that controller. So you saying the people that own the controller like gaming and other people like ain't gaming at all? Like I don't know. That was a weird stat, bro.
Yeah, like, if I'm spending $200 on a controller, I better be gaming a lot.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's what I'm saying. Like I would assume so, right?
Because you're kind of
hardcore
buying
that
shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
I would assume
that was kind of
so.
like that's one of them ESPN LeBron stats right there. Like, of course, somebody with a $200 controller is gaming more. Like why else would they buy some shit like that?
Exactly. All right, so let's get into the Starfield before let's save the PlayStation shit for last, I guess, and other shit. Let's get into the Starfield. So the Metacritic scores came out. People have been waiting for this for a very long time to see Microsoft would finally deliver a quality quote unquote banger, and it seems like, Jmaine, would you say this is a half W?
For who?
For Microsoft, is this a W or is it a half W? What's up? Or is this a full W?
Microsoft,
what do you think?
I'm giving them I guess you could say a half W for Microsoft. Yeah,
it's a half W.
A half W, because at the end of the day, these are still great scores. But the other half is that they spent all this money on Bethesda and they seem to not be able to produce as they used to, because this is not touching the Metascore of like a Skyrim. It didn't change the landscape of gaming like those previous games did. So it's a great score, but it's not genre defining. It's not generation defining. To these scores, I didn't play shit yet, so I'm just going based on these scores. It's not doing what those games did.
Okay, so I played 4 hours of Starfield. I played 2.5 hours last night, and I played another like 2 hours before the podcast started. So I'm gonna give you guys just quickly my thoughts of the game. Right away when I popped it in, had ultra wide support. Very, very, very happy about that. Out the gate, no mods, no nothing. Right now, I mean, my initial impressions, I turned up all the settings to max out on PC. I maxed everything out, and when I saw the game, I'm like, yo, right away, this might be the best looking Bethesda game I've ever played visually. And that's not saying anything super crazy. That's not saying something like nuts.
I was about to say that.
Yeah. See, that's why I want to add that out there. I'm not saying like it's the best looking game in the world, but out of their games that they have created, this is definitely the best looking game that they have made. Personally, I think this is the best looking game that they made. So I was actually pretty impressed by the visuals right away. As for the next thing I was really trying to take in is like how well this is gonna run, right? So you guys know I'm running a RTX 4090 i7 12700K. I'm getting pretty decent performance. The game doesn't have DLSS support, but I heard somebody's working on a mod for that as FSR, which is trash.
FSR is so garbage.
It's
man.
so garbage. It
Well,
is trash.
2 is. 3 looks promising, but
I turned that shit off. I don't even have my shit on, right? But the frame rates, pretty much. Let me explain how the frame rates is going for me. Some certain areas, I get really high frame rates. Like corridors, I get 80 to 100 frames per second. Outer space, I get like 120 frames per second. But you know the big city that they've been discussing, like New Atlantis or whatever, right?
Yeah.
When I'm in that city, my frame rate tanks, right? I get around like 60 frames per second, 65. Sometimes I've seen it at 55. And what's weird is the scene is not very busy at all. The scene is not very busy at all. It doesn't look like much like graphical intensity things are going on, and like, you know what I mean? Like, so I'm getting like really weird inconsistencies with the frame rate in New Atlantis.
That's the same city that is buckling on consoles too.
Oh, okay.
I posted a screenshot.
Weird.
That's the city where it dropped to like 0.
Yo, it's very, very weird because it's nothing's really on the screen at some of these points where I'm getting these frame rate drops. Like nothing's really beyond the screen. It's weird.
Yeah. I don't know what could be causing.
Were you saying something, Jack?
No, I was saying
okay.
it dropped to 0 frames. That game
on console, I think on console.
Yeah, it was Digital Foundry did a video. They said it was like a one-off type of thing, but it ain't a Bethesda game, like I said.
Yeah, but don't drop to 0. That motherfucker become a portrait at one point. It ain't a Bethesda game. You know how that go. You know how that go.
The art style,
yeah. So the performance overall, I will say, you know, I played Fallout 4 on PC, so I know how that performance went. It wasn't the greatest. This one, I would say this one is better, but it could use some work. You know what I'm saying? It could use some work. Right. So the gunplay is cool in the game, but I will have to say this for my time with the game. The AI is still kind of goofy, but not to sound like I'm damage controlling. This will come out like I'm damage controlling, but I've yet to play.
So just say you're damage controlling,
yeah. No, but I'm just saying I have yet to play an AI. No, but take it as a, I've yet to play a RPG shooter with great AI. That's just me. And I think this. I'm not saying that shouldn't be a knock for it. I think it still should be a knock for the game because the AI could need some work. Because one of the very first missions I was doing, like I was spraying some people up on the first floor. The people on the top floor are acting like nothing even happened. They didn't even react. They weren't alert. They weren't nothing. So I'm like, right away. I'm like, okay, I see what type of time it is. It's one of those type of games, you know. But I don't know what's up with this specific type of genre that like the AI just sucks in this genre. I don't know why.
They got allocated to something else.
Yeah. So, but I will say the gunplay does feel good. You can switch between first person and third person pretty seamlessly. What I will say that I'm a little bit taken back is the outer space content. You know, the space.
Take it back in a good way or
like bad way.
In a bad way. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. We already know a lot of people are drawing comparisons to No Man's Sky when it comes to Skyrim, right? I think it's fair to do that, right? The big thing is that you couldn't pretty much, you know, take your aircraft and fly outer space. It's on Starfield. It's a cut
like
scene.
seamlessly.
It's not seamless transition between land to space, right? When we heard that, I was like, you know what? Maybe not a big deal. I think I could deal with that. But the thing with Starfield though is once you actually get outer space, it feels you don't get the sense of freedom when you're outer space. Everything is kind of broken into sectors in Starfield, right? It's not like you're over here and you could just fly to like another planet close by, right? It's everything has like a
you got to get
cutscene.
back into the menu and then choose.
Yeah, you have to go and choose. So a warp. Yeah, everything's like broken off into sectors. It's kind of weird to explain, but it's not like a seamless transition. So if you see like a planet in the distance, say your waypoint is pointed somewhere far in the distance, if you try just boosting over there and flying over there, you'll never get there. It's like an invisible wall. You understand?
Yeah.
What I'm trying to say?
Yeah. I saw a video
say?
like that. Like she was, I think it was her name, Alana Pierce. She was like flying towards You could never
get close. You'll never get closer to it. It's just like a fake illusion type of thing. Like it feel for a game like this you're supposed to feel a little bit more freedom like in space, but you feel really, you really feel confined in it. Like there's not much places to go.
Quick question.
All right, go ahead.
So in that sense, how does I don't know if you've been to any like dogfights in space.
I have.
So when you're in that space where you're saying like you can't fly directly towards the planet, do you have to like click something to then eventually get to that planet? Like go into the menu and get there?
All right. So say I'm in whatever, I don't know, a solar system, or say I'm by Earth, right? And I'm supposed to go by Mars or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I can't just fly to Mars, right? Like the waypoint will be there. But what you got to do is pretty much kind of go into the menus, or there's like a faster way to do it in game and kind of click on the waypoint and say like warp closer. Then it warps you to that area.
Yes.
You understand?
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? It's not like you just fly there type of situation.
And then the space combat, does it take place within that little like area that you're in?
Yeah. It almost feels like you know what it feels like? It feels like a hub world. Like space feels like a hub world.
Just about to say that.
That's what space feels like.
Yeah.
It feels like a hub world, and I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. Like, the way that I at least imagined in my mind how this game was gonna be is like I will be able to from Earth I could as soon as I get out of space, it's like a big giant area that I could fly from one point to the other point. You know what I mean? That's what I personally thought it was gonna be, but it seems like it's broken up to little sectors that you're gonna need to warp into that side. Then I guess when you warp into this. Say if you warp into close to planet Mars, there might be like points of interest there, like a space station and stuff there. You know what I'm saying? So that's how it is. Yeah, that's how it is.
I wonder if it's that way because of the scale of how many planets that they have to offer. Like the game would be fucking humongous if you did have the ability to fly. I guess like seamlessly throughout this whole solar system and fly to these planets.
I think that would have been iller.
Because they're offering so many planets. Like that's a lot of work to do. Which is why I always said that I thought the scale should have been smaller, so that they could do things like they had on No Man's Sky, like where you could fly seamlessly out into the space. And
I think that would have made the difference.
Planets like that,
Jmaine. I think that might have made the difference of the 2 or 3 points. I really do.
Yeah.
I think that would have made the difference.
I watched the IGN review and I watched the GameStop review, and that was one of their big complaints right there was the space travel and how it didn't feel like the exploration was really.
Yeah, you feel confined. That's the right word. You feel really confined. You you don't really get that sense of exploration when you're on ground. It's cool. Once you actually land, it's perfectly fine. But in space, once again, it almost just feels like a hub world just to get you to your next area for you to land and really explore. It seems like most of the exploring is better on land. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I think I understand that criticism. If people had that criticism for this game, I definitely do understand because I felt that same way as well. I was a little bit taken back, and I thought when you're outer space, you would actually feel more like you had more exploration outer space versus just teleport to sector than land and stuff like that. So it is what it is. I will say that the attention to detail in some of the interiors in the building is mind-blowing. I will say that.
Nice. Okay. Yeah.
Very, very nice. And when you play the game, Jmaine, you're going to see what I'm saying. Some places, you're going to be like, whoa, like the attention to detail in here, like it's really handcrafted. It's really, really nice. It's really, really nice.
Okay.
But yeah, man, 4 hours of it so far. I'm very intrigued. Don't get it twisted. I'm enjoying the game.
What's the plot of Starfield? What's the plot?
The plot of Starfield, from what I'm getting, is that you find this artifact, right, that pretty much confirms that there's intelligent life in the solar system. Right now, it's confirmed that there's aliens in the game, but they all seem like monsters and shit like that. You understand me, Jack? They're like monsters, creatures, and stuff like that. But you find this artifact early in the game, which points to there being another like intelligent life in the solar system.
That's
So far, I'm actually
interesting.
intrigued. I'm intrigued.
That's
Have you been
interesting.
following the main story mostly, or have you done like going off to some of this barren
I'm going
planets?
off. No, I've been going off, kind of just doing side quests and stuff like that. I've done a couple of main quests, but I've been mostly trying to dabble in and do the side quests. And I don't plan to play this game and just do the main quest. I'm probably gonna bounce around and do some side quests and explore and see what the game has to offer and shit like that.
I'm beelining the fuck out that story. My fault, Jack. Go ahead.
The plot. No, I'm saying the plot is like counter like productive to like Twitter. Like I'm looking for an artifact to find intelligent life on that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I like how they did
You
it.
like that? You like that?
The devs really in their bag for real. I fuck with it.
Yeah. I'll be lying to you if I say I'm not having a good time with the game though. I think the game is good. I think a lot of people are gonna have a great time with the game. I'm sure, Jmaine, you're actually gonna have a good time with the game. I think.
I'm looking forward to playing it, man. I can't lie.
I think you will. I think you will.
Some of the reviews I watched too, they were taking points off for the lack of RPG elements and the illusion of choice when it comes to determining
I'm not
the
far
story
enough to
plays out.
talk about that. I'm not far enough to talk about that.
They pulled a cyberpunk, man.
But I would. The reason why I brought that up though is because I wonder if Baldur's Gate, like I was predicting, might have a play in how these reviewers felt about the RPG elements in this game. Because when have you heard of a Bethesda game not having enough RPG elements or not really, going so hard with the RPG stuff or the player choice and shit like that? Usually Bethesda they fall in line with shit like that. But once Baldur's Gate came out and everybody felt like that's the it set the new standard and shit like that. It might have played a factor into how they felt about that shit.
I think so too. I think the reality of the fact is Baldur's Gate definitely stole some of Starfield's thunder, because guess what? Prior to Baldur's Gate, right? Starfield was the biggest RPG role playing coming out, right? No one's seen this coming that was gonna like take the gaming industry by storm like this. Like who really saw this coming like that? I didn't. You know what I mean? So I really do think that Baldur's Gate definitely.
Do y'all think this get nominated for Game of the Year?
I think so. I think
it is still.
I don't know. I don't think it's gonna win, but I think
we get 6 nominees, right?
Yeah, I think it's gonna make it 100%.
What's your 6? We know at least 3 of them already.
It's gonna be Tears of the Kingdom, Baldur's Gate, Starfield's gonna make it. I could bet money.
Okay.
That one, I could bet
3.
money. Starfield's gonna make it. It's gonna make it.
That's 3. You think Spider-Man 2 make it?
I do.
It's a possible. I think it's a possibility. Very strong possibility that it does.
So we got Baldur's Gate, Zelda, Spider-Man 2.
I'm gonna go out the ledge and say Spider-Man. So I got
Final
4.
Fantasy 16.
You gotta have an indie game in there. You gotta have an indie.
Sea of Stars. I think now Sea of Stars has made enough noise that I think it might actually make it. It might make it over Resident Evil 4 remake.
Resident Evil 4, because
I was thinking.
I don't think RE4 remake making it. I don't think.
That's what I'm saying. At first, right prior to Sea of Stars, I thought Resident Evil 4 remake was gonna be in there. The game is just too quality, right? But now that we got an actual like critically acclaimed like super indie game that people absolutely love, I think Sea of Stars is gonna take in one of the spots. So I'm once again, I'm thinking Starfield, Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, Baldur's Gate, Sea of Stars, and what's the last 2? Wow.
Final Fantasy 16 and fucking Spider-Man.
Okay, yeah, Spider-Man's definitely making it. I think so. I think he's gonna make it. But
Sea of Stars
I'm not 100%.
Diablo 4? Do y'all think Diablo 4 got a chance?
Nah, I don't think Diablo 4 gets in. I don't think it does.
Okay, so it's either Sea of Stars that gets in there. I don't know. Okay, look, so for the last 2 is a throw up. It could be Resident Evil 4 remake. It could be Sea of Stars. It could be Final Fantasy 16. I don't know, but it's between one of those. It's between one of those. Blandrew in the chat thinks it's gonna be Bomb Rush Cyber. I 100% believe it would not be Bomb Rush Cyberpunk. Bomb Rush Cyberpunk is a dope game. It's a dope game. Don't get it twisted. I think it's gonna be a nomination of like Indie Game of the Year or whatever. It's gonna be definitely there. But for Game of the Year, I think Sea of Stars is gonna hold it down if anything.
Oh, you did a short about that game, right?
Yeah, I did.
I don't think you mentioned the name of the game in the short. You noticed that?
I swear I did. Go back and watch it.
I don't think you didn't say the name of the game in it.
I did. Now you're gonna make me watch it. I swear I did, bro. I feel like
I was waiting for you to say the name of the game. I'm like, he never said the name of the game. What the hell? Maybe you
did.
Not,
we forget Hogwarts. Hogwarts gonna get in there?
I don't think so. I don't think so. You know why? I think
that
you know
game's
why?
so crazy too.
I know it's so crazy, but I think it's gonna get pushed out. Unfortunately, it's gonna get pushed out. Too much heaters is out. How can you put that game in?
It wasn't like a critically acclaimed amazing game.
It was
It was like popular, right?
Yeah, I mean it was popular, but I'm saying like I feel like that it didn't really stay in the conversation long. Like, people bought it though.
Yeah, yeah. I definitely agree with that. I don't think it's gonna make it. I think it's gonna be in the Game Awards in some way or form. Do they have action adventure? Yeah, action adventure category or something like that. It's probably gonna be in there. But as for Game of the Year, I don't think that game deserves to be Game of the Year. It just sold extremely well. I don't know.
Mario Wonders might score high too, man. That shit looking fire.
What's coming out this year? Is that coming out this year?
That is
same day as Spider-Man.
Oh yeah, that's right. Oh shit, that's going out. That's going out. Spider-Man 2. That's crazy.
I think so too. I think so too.
They announced the Switch and everything. It's over.
I think so too, bro. That shit gonna be crazy, bro. That shit gonna be crazy. But back to Starfield. Jack, do you have any sort of questions or just your overall thoughts on the Metacritic prediction? Like we talked earlier, and you said it's pretty much in line with what you thought it would score. Do you have any other thoughts after seeing it? Watching any reviews? Is this something you would even play?
Me personally, it's not really my cup of tea, man. But I will say, going back to something Jmaine said earlier, I think this is a W for Xbox, man. Because eventually, right, all them times we was like, when they gonna start putting out the games? When they gonna start putting out? And up until now, it's still been, disaster after disaster. So this is the first W I'm seeing from them. So, but we really got to see whatever game after this, right? I feel like this got to start that train of constant high 80s, maybe up, lower 90s games, bro. Like eventually they got to start putting out the content. So this is a W. We thought it was gonna be Redfall, right? And we see what happened with that goddamn game. So I give him out. Exactly. That game, the game's dead. So I give him a W for this.
Did they ever drop the 60 FPS patch for the boys, or?
I don't even think it's 60 people playing that motherfucker no more. Like, they might as well wrap that the fuck up, bro. It's over with, bro.
I think it was like 9 people on Steam playing that shit the other day.
Yeah, that shit crazy. That shit crazy. That shit fucking fly,
frame per second for each player. Shout out to them, man.
Damn, God.
Insane, bro.
But I do think this is also a W for Microsoft. I just, I mean, it would have been nice if it did get that, critically acclaimed stamp, that badge, that 90 Metacritic. I think it would have been nice for them. But the fact that it did score 87, I don't know what's sitting at right now, whether it's 87, 86. It's still very 87, which is very commendable. And I don't think any PlayStation fan could come out here and slander the game technically, because low-key, majority of PlayStation exclusives that released on the PS5 was like 87. 88 anyways.
PS5 is the 88. 88
you know what I'm saying? So this is right in line with the quality PlayStation gamers expect. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think y'all could even shit on this like that. You know what I mean? So,
nah, shit. I ain't even gonna give him no. Me personally, I was looking at that Digital Foundry video, and not even like on a frame rate or resolution type of tip. Mm-hmm. I was disappointed that this game doesn't have none of the like next gen features that these consoles were out
ray tracing
to sell. No ray tracing. Mad loading screens I'm hearing in this game, and fast loading and shit like that. Like the SSD ain't really at work like that. I'm like, where's all of this next gen features? I don't see not a single.
That's actually a good point. That's a good point.
So I got a question for KOFI and Jmaine. Would you have rather them scaled back some of the ambitions with this game to add some of that stuff, or do you think they went with the right decision?
I think they should have scaled it. I've been preaching scaling back this game ever since they said 1,000 planets. And people have been killing me, but I think they got the procedural stuff going on, but a lot of that stuff still has to be tuned. Like it's not main development stage, but it still has to be tuned. Like
I was just about to bring up that point. Like
they can cut back on that shit.
Yeah, I was just about to bring up that point, Jmaine. Like, I know, like, a lot of people are stressing on this 1,000 planets, but, like, I wonder, like, since it's procedurally generated, like, how much, like, effort does it really...
It's gonna follow a pattern.
Like, how much effort does it really take to have that in the game like that? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not a developer or anything, though, but, like...
So, a lot of procedural stuff, like, they have to create the assets to be procedurally, like, dispersed. So, if you got over 1,000 planets, all of them can't look the same. So, you have to create a bunch of different assets so that these planets then start to look unique. And then they get randomized, of course, but that's still work going into it when you could just scale it back so it's not so many that you have to worry about getting procedurally generated, and then yeah, focus on shit like making it more of a seamless space exploration.
I think that's
rather than like what you
missing.
felt like the hub station and shit like that, and making, you know, maybe because there's not so much going on in the background, you could get more things like ray tracing or faster loading. It's not loading every time you go into in and out of a different menu or a different area. I don't know. I'm just throwing shit at the wall. I'm not a developer, so I could be sounding like a fool, but I don't know. I just
yeah, I feel you.
I just wish that it was on a smaller scale. Coming into this generation, it wasn't the bigger worlds that impressed me. It was more refined and more detailed worlds.
Man, you spitting right now, bro. I'm so tired. Let me ask y'all. I got another question, bro. Aren't y'all tired of every game having to be open world, bro? Like, goddamn, man.
Of course, you telling me, bro.
I'm so sad, bro. I miss linear games, bro. What happened to fun linear games, bro? Damn.
Even linear games got hub worlds now. Like,
I know, they fake
like
ass open worlds, and every game got to be a fake ass RPG. It's like, bro, what happened? That's what I'm saying.
Bro? Yeah, well, but take it in. I think it's just, you know, Jack. I think we're at this point where gamers, maybe casual gamers, equate length of time or like, you know what I mean,
or size
to dollars or size of worlds to dollars.
You know they do that. You know
what I'm saying? Because take this in. I think Assassin's Creed is a perfect example of this, right? Because they literally felt like they had to cut the price of Assassin's Creed Mirage, which I'm not complaining, by the way. If you're gonna make it cheaper, make it cheaper. You know what I'm saying? But they felt to cut it back because the last couple of games that they dropped were bigger in scale, or the worlds were bigger, or they took 80 hours to beat. Where in this game it takes 20 hours to beat. So clearly there's some sort of disconnect here. You know, I mean, like they feel like gamers equate larger worlds, time, how long a game is, to a dollar value. You feel me?
Which is crazy because those longer games, a lot of people tend to drop them. They don't even fucking beat them. So it's like
that's what I'm saying.
You just worked on all that content for no fucking reason, bro. Or lack thereof content for no reason, bro.
Bro, I haven't been this excited to play an Assassin's Creed game, Jack, in a very long time. And the simple fact is the fact that they said that the game's gonna be 20 hours to beat.
20 hours,
and it's smaller, and it's smaller, and a smaller world and stuff. Like, that's why it got me more excited to actually fucking play it.
That's definitely a selling point. Stuff that people used to frown upon. Like, if I hear a game short now, bro, I'd be like, oh shit, let me check that out, bro. I'm tired of playing these fucking 80 hours. Like, God,
you telling me, bro? You telling me? Yo.
Yeah, because all that shit be boiling down to the same, fucking mundane tasks that you end up doing over and over.
That's what I'm saying. They repeat
repetitive,
that shit.
And you're just like, all right, man, this is like artificial.
Then you find out you gotta replay it to unlock shit or get a trophy. You're like, bro, I ain't got time for all this shit, bro.
Yeah, I was just mentioning this like a couple of pods ago. Like, I replayed Ghost of Tsushima a second time and got the platinum on my, my Jack inspired PSN account. Right, shout out to you, Jack. So I re got the platinum on that, and after I was done that game, Jack, I was like, yeah, this was draining, bro. Like, a lot of them tasks, yo. Like, this, like I mentioned this before to Jmaine. Like, there's only so much time I can chase a fucking fox around
cut
to get
some
like
fucking bamboo.
You know what I'm saying, bro? Like by the 10th, 12th time chasing the damn fox. You know what I mean? Cutting the bamboo, seeing the man's
ass naked in the low water.
After doing that, like come on, bro. Like, it's either that these developers gotta like mix it up, like really mix it up, or cut that shit down, yo. It's okay, cut it down. Maybe if Ghost was 10 hours shorter, it might have got a higher Metacritic. Low key, it was a little 10 hours shorter, bro.
Like, they couldn't have thought of anything else more like compelling to do, bro. Like chasing that lame ass fox and petting on his head. It's like, bro, can I do anything? Can I go catch some fucking fruit flies or something? I don't know, man. Make it something else, bro.
That's why I'm beeline to Starfield. Motherfuckers got on my head like for talking about all these plans and shit that I don't want to go to. You know what? Y'all motherfuckers is right. I'm gonna just focus on the main story, get that shit in and get out.
But Jmaine, in Starfield's case, I think there's a misconception, right? I don't think you have to travel these 1,000 planets. It's just there.
No, you
like,
don't.
It's something that's just there. You know what I'm saying?
It is.
It's just there.
You're
it doesn't mean that you have to go there.
Me as a gamer, I get overwhelmed with shit. So like when I see a game has a lot of shit to do, I feel like I'm missing shit when I like skip skip, like, even if it's like the side plans, like you're saying, I feel like I'm missing shit, and my fucking OCD bothers me, and I feel like I gotta explore almost everything. I have to do it. So when I play open world game, I'm doing almost every side mission before I even beat the game.
You do the main,
before I even beat the game, I'm doing like every side mission in the area, and then I move on to the next area and like continue the main story. So when you telling me a game has 1,000, I'm like, oh shit, I gotta go to 1,000 different planets. Like, that shit how I make me not want to play the game.
Yo, Jmaine, you know how I see this shit?
I'm gonna just cut that shit off from existence and just focus on the main story.
Listen, if I don't have a task
to the side stuff,
this is how I see a game like Starfield, like how you would play a game like Starfield. If I don't have a specific task that warrants me being there, I'm not going. If there's not a waypointer, like, oh, yo, you have to go here, go collect this to build this, I'm not going. You know what I'm saying? Right. Like, if it's not tied to any sort of mission, I'm not traveling to it. I'm not gonna walk on the planet just to walk on the planet for fuck's sake. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't doing that shit. I'm doing that shit. But I definitely understand what you're saying. Like, I understand what you're saying. Some games are just over bloated for no apparent reason, and I do appreciate a game that is more compact but filled with actual quality content in there. You know what I'm saying? That's something
that respects my time.
Exactly. But Starfield, it got an 87 on Metacritic on PC and Xbox, I believe.
PC's 88, Xbox 87.
Okay, so pretty much
it's literally
same,
split
same
down
shit.
the middle. Like 51 reviews on Xbox and 50 reviews on PC.
Yeah.
So a total of 101 reviews right now.
Yeah. So same shit. I'm sure the game is gonna do extremely well in terms of sales.
Yeah, I want to see what them Steam numbers. I think it's unpacking on Steam right now, so we might get some Steam numbers tonight, but definitely tomorrow we'll see what the early access numbers.
I think the numbers will be great. I think
it's gonna be big.
I really think when it comes to like what gamers are gonna think about the game, they're actually gonna enjoy it though. From what I've played, this small sample, it seems like a really dope RPG, like role playing game that you really might lose some hours and some sleep in it. It does.
Oh, last question. How's like the dialogue and stuff in the main story? Do you feel like the voice acting is good? Is it compelling conversations?
It's very Bethesda like. Like, have you played Skyrim before?
I did.
It's very much in line. It's very much in line. It's very much in line to me. I don't see it. Okay. It's very much in line. There's no crazy cinematics. When you're going to talk to somebody, it does a typical face zoom. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah,
you get the dialogue and you pick
them face animations where it look like the game about to fucking break at any second. Like them face animations be looking like they holding on for dear life on before the whole game just shut down and start doing some weird shit.
Yeah. So I think you know what I mean. Look, I will give Microsoft a dub for this. They didn't hit the 95, but it hit really high 80s. I'll give them a dub for this. And like Jack said, I think what's more important is the follow up now. You know what I'm saying? Is this the trend now y'all setting? Like the next game is Forza Motorsport. Is that going to be like, boom, another 88, 90? You know what I'm saying? Then after that, Hellblade, Avowed, are they all quality releases? I think that's what Microsoft needs at this point to really win the hearts of gamers back. You know what I'm saying? I think they need to be consistent. I think that's the key word that they need to focus on at this point. Consistent. I don't think
consistent great games. Yep.
Yeah, consistent great games, and you know we don't need to. When they're dropping a first party game, we should be excited. You know what I'm saying? I feel like when a game's coming from a first party studio, we should generally be excited for it, and if we're not, I think that's a problem. You know what I'm saying? So Starfield. You know, I will say that I was expecting a little bit more of outrage. I was actually pretty calm on the timeline, Jmaine. Would you say? I thought people would get a little bit more feisty. I thought the PlayStation mans would come.
I saw a couple things. Kiss Move in them was going a little crazy over them sevens.
I didn't even think it was a little bit light. I thought it was light this time.
You went in Xbox University space.
I did pop into that. He was wilding a little bit. I seen him wilding a little bit, but I was pretty light. It was pretty light though. I thought people were gonna go super crazy if it didn't get a 90 on Metacritic, but it seems like most people is like, you know what? It didn't get that high. It's not game of the generation, but it's kind of hard to shit on a game that got an 88. You know what I'm saying? Like it's kind of hard to shit on it.
Because even a lot of the dudes that had the whole game of the generation tune is like, oh, 88 is a great score, and I can't wait. You know, how can you really shit on? Like you can shit on them for saying it's gonna be game of the generation, but they still excited for something that's perceived to be a great game. So it's kind of
exactly. It's kind of hard.
It's kind of hard. You kind of gonna look
dodge a bullet.
Like,
I think if it got anything under like an 85, I think it would have been a lot more smoke on the timeline. A lot more smoke.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So yeah,
All
Starfield,
right, man. Starfield, man. I think that's all. Unless any, when I play the game more, I'll come on the podcast and tell you guys more of my experience. But I'm only 4 hours in, so my knowledge is very limited. I only could tell you guys about like the surface level stuff, like the visuals, the performance that I'm getting, what I think about, just the early
his knowledge is
game
limited,
shit.
and he's a PlayStation playmaker. So too many words about an Xbox game, and PlayStation's on his ass. Okay, you understand? No, I'm playing.
Yeah, you ain't lying. All right, so let's get into the fuck shit, bro. Let's get into the fuck shit, bro.
Oh man, bring it here. Bring it motherfucking here. Where do we start with this shit, man?
Jack,
Good,
how do we address this situation? How do we address this situation? Because I don't know what the hell is going on. So if you've been living under a rock, today PlayStation dropped their monthly games for their tiers: PlayStation Essential, Extra, and Premium, which includes games like Saints Row, and some other
From
bullshit.
the studio Volition that just shut down today.
Shut down today.
You gotta love it.
Yep.
Great game, yeah.
But they had the brilliant idea, for this specific month with Saints Row in there, which got like a 50 some on Metacritic or a 60 on Metacritic. This specific month, they decided it was a good idea to increase the price of PlayStation Plus or whatever the tiers all around. And the price increase wasn't a little $2 price increase. It wasn't a little $5 price increase. Nah, it was a $20 to $40 price increase depending on the tier. And I'm just sitting back thinking like, God damn, like what is actually happening here? And I get it. I saw some people damage control and saying Microsoft, just raise the price of Game Pass. So this is just a response to that. But I just can't really ride with this one because premium is a tier that they promise that they're going to be dropping a whole bunch of legacy games in there. Jack, how is the legacy games in PlayStation Premium, sir?
Doo-doo, trash, garbage.
For the simple fact of that, how can you come and then drop a $40 price increase for the year on that tier? And you didn't even follow up with some classic PlayStation games. So, Jack, what's your look? You honestly, you've been on this tirade, and a lot of people have been coming at you for your takes on PlayStation and the state of PlayStation and how you don't like what you're seeing. Do you feel vindicated seeing people say you're wrong and laughing at you and calling you a clown and saying all this wild shit about you? You know what I mean? Do you feel vindicated that these people typically damage control for PlayStation, they're all getting a price increase for PlayStation Plus? How do you feel?
It's funny, man. I woke up and this was like one of the first things I saw on Twitter yesterday, and the gamer consumer part of me, I'm like, oh man, no, bro. But then the petty side kicked in, the content creator kicked in. The dude that's been getting ridiculed, for my opinion, for the past 3 or so years. And I got like a Grinch smile. I'm like, oh shit, 80? That's it? That's a couple more. Listen, these people are getting exactly what they asked for, right? Because anytime me or any other logical people bring out, I'm not making up stuff. I'm asking them to give me what they said they were going to give me, right? I'm not the one that said I was going to try to put as many legacy titles as I own in PlayStation Premium. It's games that they literally own the IPs, the licenses for, that aren't on there. They just put Ratchet and Clank games on there last year. They've owned Insomniac and the Ratchet and Clank IP for how long now? Like, come on, bro. It's no excuse. This is abysmal. This is egregious. And you know what's crazy? PlayStation used to, they'll sneak in some fucks. Like, when they announced PlayStation used to have to play for online, they was announcing the PS4. You could trade your games. You could play. Great news, right? Sometimes they'll drop a big banger, like they drop like a GTA or like a huge AAA game. Hey guys, bad news. You're raising the price of Plus. Now this is how I know they don't give a fuck at all. I heard that the games they just dropped, bro, they have an average Metacritic score of 61. Bro, they dropped straight bullshit. The matter, like Jmaine said, the dev of Saints Row literally closed its doors today.
Which means that they probably got this game for cheap as hell too. Bro, oh, you niggas is closing down? Let me get that for the PlayStation Plus service.
If you're a PlayStation primary gamer, I don't know how this instills any type of confidence in you. Bro, they haven't had a meaningful showcase in well over 2 years at this point. They haven't announced a new IP this entire generation. Like, bro, let me take that back. They haven't released a new IP unless you count Returnal. They haven't released a new IP in the past 3 years. This is just I can't fathom. This is unheard of from PlayStation. They don't give a fuck anymore, and that's clear. You know, I hope I like Spider-Man. That's all I got to say, bro. I hope I like Spider-Man too.
Yo, honestly, yeah, like this is how I feel about the entire situation. Whether some people will agree or not, I think this is a direct result of the market and the current climate of what's going on. PlayStation has been absolutely killing shit, but I think they are starting to fly a little too close to the sun. I think with the moves that we've seen, Jack, I think they're getting a little gas. I think they're getting a little arrogant.
Oh, extremely.
You know what I mean? I think they feeling themselves, but history may repeat themselves if they're not careful. If they don't dial it back, you know, put gamers at the centerpiece like they did with the PS4, they're gonna find themselves in trouble again. You know what I mean? Because, you know, what do people love? People love to build you up to see you fall. And the same thing will happen to PlayStation if they keep on poking the hornets in. I know people are gonna be eating this up. People are gonna damage control, but something is gonna get too bad that people won't be able to defend, and they're gonna get flamed for it. So they got to be careful. They definitely got to be careful what they moving, because doing a $20 price increase for Essential is nuts.
Essential is crazy. Essential is nuts. That's the tier where you get the 3 monthly games and
cloud saves
and cloud save. You got $80 for fucking cloud saves.
Let me ask you, Jmaine. Now, Sea of Stars dropped like yesterday, day before yesterday. Aside from Sea of Stars, man, when was the last time they dropped some compelling games on PlayStation Plus Essential? I think it had to have been Stray? Like, what was that, maybe 2 years ago? Like, what the fuck, bro?
For me personally, like all the shit that's on there, none of it I really play like that. But yeah, like Stray is definitely one of the ones. Yeah. There's some cool trials, but yeah, it ain't nothing too crazy over there.
Did you know cross save? The only way you can have cloud saves on PS5 is to have that $80 tier, bro.
Yeah, it is. Yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Jack, and Jack, correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think with PS5 games you could save them to a USB, Jack. Correct me if I'm wrong, because I remember I tried to do a save scum thing. I forgot what game I was trying to do. I was trying to do a little save scum. I think I was playing Sekiro or some shit, and I was trying to get the multiple endings. So I was trying to, like, you know what? But I needed to get PlayStation Essential to do cloud save, because when it comes to their PS5 games, they don't let you save it on a USB, Jack.
You used to do that with PS4, PS3.
Only PS4, yeah, but they don't let you do that no more, bro. Damn, that's crazy, bro. That's crazy.
I know a few people in real life, they just not getting PS5s, and they asking me, like, you know, how do you get online, all this. I'm like, oh yeah. I'm telling them, like, you need this thing called PS Plus. I had to hit them about the other day, like, you know, that shit going up like $20 more in like next week, bro. Like, like people just like, what the hell? Like, all this, bro. It's just the marketing with this shit. They so fucking tone deaf, bro. Like, Xbox got one of the biggest games that they had coming out since probably arguably Halo 3 as far as hype and marketing. And your response is to show a fucking remote play machine, brother? That was your response? They got Nintendo coming out with one of the most storied IPs in history. They already came out with Zelda. You're not even finna hit us in the head with a Mario game. Your response was a fuck. What the fuck are we doing, bro?
And another thing too, with like the other side of PlayStation Plus, outside of the, you know, the monthly games and shit like that, is that you're playing for multiplayer. And the last time they showed us their new multiplayer games, we got a CGI trailer, 2 CGI trailers, and one where you saw a spaceship with a fucking bologna sandwich on it, and that was it. So what the? And I'm still trying to. I'm reading this like this description of why they, you know, increase the prices. They're increasing the prices to enable us to continue bringing high quality games and value added benefits for the PlayStation Plus subscription service. When the fuck is that happening? We don't like you not showing us none of these multiplayer games and what they look like, what they gonna play like, but you expecting us to keep subscribing to this shit.
Have they added any more PS2 games? They haven't added any more PS2 games. Like,
I haven't seen the PS2 game added unless it was in like a collection, like a remaster collection. I haven't seen the PS2 game added in a long time.
They did put a PSP game. Like, it was like another medieval game, which we know how popular medieval is with everybody with that remake that came out a few years. Thanks,
everyone bought it. Everyone bought it, right, Jack?
Yeah, everybody's chomping at the clamps to play that fucking game. Thanks, great.
Oh man, yeah. The price increase hurt. The price increase hurt definitely, and it's hard to defend it. Playmaker or not, bro. It's hard to defend it. Like, I can't come outside and say like, maybe they cooking something. Like, even the games that they introduced with the price increase were some bullshit. Right. You know what I'm saying? So you can't even defend this. Like, how can you defend this, man? It's tough.
This is crazy, bro. This is crazy.
What do you guys think about the rumors that PlayStation has a state of play coming? Maybe they can redeem themselves there. What do you think, Jack?
I'm not doing. Listen, bro. For the past 2 goddamn calendar years, is always a fucking rumor, and these people are never right. They just say it every week, and then when it finally happens, I told you guys something was brewing, man. Told you they had something in the cooker, guys. You gotta let them cook, man. They got a lot of great teams over there, and they're working hard for our consumer now. Oh, you don't know. You were guessing just like me. I can't stand it, bro. It pisses me off, right?
I seen tweets that was like, yeah, there has to be a showcase in September. That's the only reason that'll explain this price increase. Like, we got to that point.
This is crazy.
First, it was they're gonna have another showcase because no way that only showcase that they had earlier in the year was the only one for the year. Now it's like, oh yeah, they're gonna have another state of play because we know that the price increase, it has to be something there that's gonna make sense. Like, oh, just shut up. Just shut up.
So
they doing some bullshit, man. They doing some bullshit, and it's gonna come to a head, man. We got Spider-Man this year, man. But I don't know. First party wise, what are we looking at, man?
That's what I'm trying to ask people. Like, BG and all, I'm still getting great games. I'm BG. I'm still getting great. What are you getting after? What you getting after Spider-Man 2, bro? Like.
We getting third party games. Yeah, I made a video on it. You getting some third party games. You got Final Fantasy.
Look, Square Enix holding it down again.
Yeah, Square Enix is gonna hold it down. We're getting that Rise of the Ronin game that's confirmed for next year. Essentially, Jack, we're not getting anything from first. We don't know anything that first party got coming at this point.
They haven't service games.
They haven't been this dependent on like third party games since like 2014, bro. I can't remember the last time they was like, this is bad, bro. Like.
Oh yeah. That conversation too that you was having about like 3 years into their generation, has PlayStation ever like looked this like unknown? And they haven't. This is the most unknown I felt as a PlayStation gamer this deep into a generation. Like, even going back to 2009 was a great fucking year. And that E3 2009 was good as hell, where they had God of War 3. They showed Mag. Like, I know Mag ended up being what it was, but when they first showed that shit, 256 players in a multiplayer game at once and shit, like, that was like some groundbreaking shit right there.
There's people to this day that still talk about Mag and like a good light. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
And it suffered from that PlayStation outage too, but like they had Uncharted 2 was there. Like, that came out that year. Killzone 2 came out that year. Infamous came out that year.
Okay, so I got a question for y'all. I got a question for y'all and Jack. So at this point, you feel like we should know, or we should have a clear lineup of what's coming out in 2024 at this point in time? Is that what you're telling me?
Absolutely, bro. We don't even have. If you can show a trailer of fair games of motherfuckers running around in the bank with some fucking clown mask, why can't I see a trailer of fact? Can I see somebody walking down a dark alley in Factions? Can I see? Can I see Wolverine sitting at the bar? Show me something, bro. I just want to see something, bro. I feel like Ray Charles when I game on PlayStation. I don't know what the fuck going on with my sensory awareness is all fucked up. They don't show us nothing, bro. If you can show us all this other, where's Little Devil Inside at? Where's it? Where's Stellar Blade? Where's Rise of the Ronin? Where's it?
So,
Stellar Yams.
So are you? So I'm trying to get a little bit of a temperature check. So are you feeling that 2024 for PlayStation won't have that much first party games in 2024?
I think 2024 is when they're going to try to start getting out some of these games as a service. I don't even know how far away those are. Some of them are
Fair
development
Games
hell.
is confirmed to be 2024. That Concord game did not have a release year, from what I remember. It did not have a release year.
And one of them games got shut down. What was it? Deviation? Who was it? One of them games.
Deviation had a bunch of layoffs and shit.
That's right.
What about I think Marathon supposed to be next year? I know that's a multi-plat, but I know I guess they own Bungie or whatever. But
no idea.
Helldivers is supposed to be this year too, which I don't see.
Okay, I'm looking forward to Helldivers too.
I'm looking forward to that too.
When you think that shit coming out though? Like what
I don't know.
It don't
I
have a
heard
release
this
date?
year, but I don't. No, it don't.
No.
Yo, Stellar
It
Blade's
just
in the
said
same
2023.
situation. They just says 2023. So you know what? Maybe
That
there is a
state
state
of
of play. Maybe there's a state of play that's gonna confirm the date.
That would make sense, but it's like, damn, like what the fuck? What are they doing?
No, on PlayStation, they'll do a Helldivers 2 state of play. That's what they gonna do. That motherfucker will be 15 minutes. Like, they ain't gonna have shit else.
So, Jack,
you know how they do, bro. What's up?
How do you feel with Helldivers 2 launching on PS5 and PC at the same time, day one? And
I don't really.
And you are gonna have to pay. I don't even know what you subscribe to, essential, but you're gonna pay $80 to access that same game to play online with your boys.
You know,
I mean, and I'm gonna be here playing it on PC, and I'll have to pay shit. How you feel about that, sir?
Well, Helldivers 1 was also on PC. I feel like they did the same thing back then, but you know
was it crossplay? I don't think it was crossplay.
No, not crossplay. Okay, this is my thing, bro, and I'm gonna say something that's unpopular again. But if Sony want to raise the price of PS Plus, they want to do all this fancy shit. They need to put games day and date on there. All first party, just like Game Pass. All first party games. As a matter of fact, I wouldn't mind if they made it $100 for the essential.
That would make sense in terms of
that would make more sense. If they're raising the price for that, that's different. That's a different story, right?
Make it $100. Make it $100 a year. Put first party games. I'm cool with that. Hey,
they didn't explain it.
They
didn't explain it. Yeah, they didn't explain it like that. So that's I think that's a different story. If they came on the article say, "Yo, we are increasing this because it's like a 35% increase, right?" So if they came on and be like, "Yo, you know what? We're increasing the price because we're ready to bring our first party games in there day one." I don't think people are making noise.
I wouldn't have an issue with that.
I don't think people have an issue.
I'm good with that.
What if
I don't
they
think people have an
are
issue with
do that, but it's just their live service ones?
See. That ain't good enough.
I don't think that's good enough because low-key, the live service games, I think you're actually doing those games a favor by putting them in your subscription service. Like, what do you mean? Like, you're doing those games
I'm saying, I think that would be good for but does the increase justify if it's just the live service games that's going there and not like the single player ones?
Nah. Unless them games was absolutely mine. Like, what would Kofi say? It blew my brains out my asshole. If it ain't doing that, bro, it ain't. No, bro.
Because I'm still like, in terms of the live service games, like I'm looking forward to them, but I'm worried about the player bases on these games, and like especially if they're gonna have payment entries to get into
like
them.
Are they gonna be free to play?
Right? Yeah, exactly. Like are they gonna be $70 games? Because
they need to be free to play. They do need free to play.
Yeah, that's
what I'm saying. Like most of the popular games
are to make. That's tough.
I'm saying most of the popular games that really catch on are free to play games.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. When it comes to the multiple, the Apex, the PUBGs, the Fortnite,
Call it
Warzone. You know what I'm saying? They're all free to play. So if PlayStation is trying to compete like with those games, like
they're gonna have to make it free.
They're gonna have to make it free unless their expectations are different. You know what I'm saying? Unless their expectations are different. But if they're trying to catch one of those, it has to be free.
So don't y'all? I feel like they had to have known this though, right? You don't come out and say we finna start. Putting in, over half of our revenue into like developing these games. You gotta know what come with games as a service. You gotta know that you was probably gonna have to make a majority of these games free to get eyes on them. And even still, it still might die within the first couple of months because it's hard to retain a player base, bro. And you gotta have a road map, and it's a lot that go in. It's a reason every games as a service, they few and far between as far as being successful. Like. They had to have known this going in, bro.
I think it's like two battles with that game as a service shit. Like I know, like right now, the free to play shit is definitely the way that a lot of places are going. But if you can pack a game that has like a multiplayer component to it with a lot of content to it that makes it feel like a premium package to the point where people might pay for it, you can possibly get away with it. But it's gonna be a hard sell. It's a very hard sell, and you have to do something like their plot. Well, that we hear they're trying to do like with factions, where they're telling us that is putting as much effort into it as they are a single player game, and they're gonna have these stories of these characters, and it's gonna feel like cinematic and shit like that, like a cinematic multiplayer game. That like you have to package it that way if you're gonna sell it. So I hope that would be the route that they're going if they're planning on investing a lot of money into them as well as selling them. But yeah, they got a steep hill to climb, and they just hiding their cards right now, and it's not looking good, man. This ain't the PlayStation we used to.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, I get it. It's definitely a rough week for the PlayStation.
And this was the worst week to announce it, bro. Starfield is coming out in days, bro.
That's why I was hoping Starfield was in like the mid 90s. Like PlayStation need Xbox to give them something. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the only thing.
We need more competition from Xbox. Clearly, I think that's just the case that we're in right now. That Xbox is not competing enough.
You knew they thought they was cooking though, bro. Soon as the news, like, bro, they thought that was gonna kill them, bro. Like, what? Usually they have like we got a state of play coming up type of now. They don't care no more, man. They're not even trying no more, man. They on cruise control, bro. This is crazy.
Yeah, I think I think the wake up call will come eventually. I think I really do.
But
believe in that.
What would that take though? What would that take? Like,
what would that take?
The money not slowing. The money not slowing down.
You know what? Usually, you know what usually happens in these sorts of situations is when they usually the arrogance builds up to a point when they get to their new console to show off their new console. That's when they get extra flagrant. You know what I mean? So low-key, we might have to wait for the PS6
for the next generation.
When the PS6 to see what's happening.
Exactly. When shit come out and it's like, yo, by the way, the PlayStation 6 is $700-800, guys, and this that, and you know what? What's up?
We so fucked off in the game now though. Mm-hmm. I see a future where they can say, "Hey man, new PS6, this thing about $1,000, boys." You know what people gonna do?
I think that's scary. I think we're getting to a scary point if it's coming to that case that like PlayStation could do about anything, and they're always just gonna people are just gonna like just run out and go crazy on them, like
I feel like we're at that point right now.
If we're at that right now, that's a scary point because that just means that they're just gonna pull some shit eventually, and whether it's raised prices,
because
with this
PlayStation Plus shit, like we just heard that the numbers have plateaued. They stopped sharing numbers of the the monthly or yearly subscribers or whatever it is, and then we're hearing like the publishers is getting smaller and smaller deals because of the subscription numbers is like plateauing. And then they announce a price increase, like
the day after that news come out, bro.
That work?
The day after, bro.
How does that work? Like,
or just to make sure
what they saying is we
uh-huh.
can't get new people. You niggas that's already there, y'all gonna pay more.
We gotta foot the bill for people that don't want to pay for that already egregiously priced fucking service.
You are feeling yourself.
Yeah, people like Phil Spencer already came out and said like the subscription's kind of stagnant and shit. You know what I'm saying? So now they're just trying to up the price so the people who are already there are just paying even more.
So instead of showing us new compelling games that might get us to subscribe to the service for like multiplayer reasons and shit like that, you gonna up the price. What?
This is the same thing that happened in the card market, the toy market. COVID really got these companies fucked up into thinking they was more important than they were, bro. When motherfucker was sitting in their house for 10 months or whatever it was, buying PS Plus and playing them dry ass games, they was like, "Oh, we really got something. We cooking with this, right?" Bro, no, bro, we don't want these bum ass games, bro. Fucking man.
Jack, I think we know what needs to be done. Is either that Nintendo needs to step to the plate or Xbox has to really step to the plate. And you might have to start cheering for Team Green, Jack, if you want PlayStation.
Hey, no, I've been rooting for them boys. Hey, KOFI, I got a secret third option. You didn't even think about my Canadian friend.
What's up?
Get Jim Ryan the fuck out of play. Get this thing out of here, man. Get him the fuck out of here, bro.
But what makes you think if Jim Ryan's not sitting at the head of PlayStation that the next person who's gonna sit there is gonna be better or worse? How do you know? How do you know it's gonna be better?
Bro,
how do you know it's gonna be better? How do you know he's not gonna follow the same suit and take it to the next level? That's what I'm trying to say. Y'all getting that Jim Ryan so bad, right? But if this guy leave and the next man sit there and he's worse, then what? Then
Bro,
what?
They can put a corpse up that motherfucker. I don't give a fuck who's sitting in that bitch. Just get this nigga the fuck out of here, bro. Respectfully.
That's all I have to say, Kofi. I reject 1,000,000,000%. Because yeah, all of the moves that PlayStation making right now is financially sound moves. Is not, we looking out for the gamers. We bringing games like how Sean Layden and Shuhei were moving. Every move they made since Jmaine has been there is cutthroat financial moves, and I blaming all of this. Boy. I blaming all of this on Xbox. Let me tell you why.
Okay. I fought with it.
Let me see where it goes. I gotta go back to Xbox.
Shout out. No, but listen to why. Listen to why, right?
Yo, this guy kills me, bro.
No. Listen, if me and you running track and field, and I see I coming in 10 point something, 9 point something, and you coming in 15, why I have to train so hard? Why I have to, why I have to wake up all in the morning? No, I could eat McDonald's and come on and track, and I know I gonna blow Kofi. Right. The pressure ain't there. The pressure ain't gonna never come. Even next generation, this generation, PlayStation gonna hit another 100 mil. Xbox gonna send a next 50 mil. No pressure. Right now, Xbox is looking to get out of the game. They don't even care about consoles anymore. Play anyway.
Man,
that's where is the pressure gonna come from?
Oh man. You see, what we kind of in agreement here, because I'm saying that Xbox needs to step up to the plate even more. Like they need to do more to apply. This is for everybody, because they do more, then maybe everything is. We're in a nice ecosystem. Everything is controlled.
4 games a year. We need that.
Everything
you know what this last 3 years taught me, bro?
What?
I never thought I would say this. Thank God for third-party publishers and developers. They've been holding it the fuck down, bro. God, bro. Without them, bro, imagine what these consoles would look like without them, bro.
But Jack, it's kind of always been like that. That's the thing, though. Isn't it kind of always been? Yeah, like but the majority of games that we play on a yearly basis are not exclusive, Jack. They're third-party games.
That's true.
The exclusives are the highlights. They're like, okay, PlayStation's dropping Spider-Man. It's like a highlight game. But if we really take it in, the third-party games is what's been carrying us. Like, if you think about our fondest memories on the PS3, 360, that's a lot of the games are third-party games, yo. So,
but you know what this is? You know what this is, Kofi? Though now we watch the sports. Now we watch the sports centers with no highlights. You know what I'm saying? Like it's no.
Yeah, that's what I'm about to say. Them highlights ain't even there.
Yeah, that's the fucked up part about it. Like.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm glad third parties is cooking. You know what I'm saying? Third party's supposed to cook. I'm glad they're cooking. But we gotta see, man. 2024, 2025, we gotta see.
I saw a lot of people unsubscribing for the PlayStation Plus. I don't know if that was theatrics for the timeline, but
next month, right back. When
I really want to. I like playing online certain games though, man.
That's why I just said I'm not buying that. Like I used to buy like PlayStation Plus sometimes off of the store, but I'm looking for deep discounts next time, because now like the sale prices is gonna be what we was normally playing.
Exactly. you remember when $30 used to be a deal? Now it's gonna be like they got that shit for like $72 now. Like oh shit, ain't no.
That used to be 2 years. Now that shit is like if that. They're gonna change up the conversion rate. Now that shit 6 months and 3 days. Like what the fuck is going on, man?
It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy out here. I don't know, man. I don't know. Like I feel like there's a lot of exciting things happening in the gaming industry for real. Like there's a lot to be excited about, but there's also like a lot of like dumb shit that's going on too. That's to be concerned, be worried about. Like a lot of shit going on to be worried about at the same time. So it puts you in this weird little space. Is like, I kind of like where gaming is going, but at the same time, like I don't like what's happening over here on this side. I don't like what's happening on this side. So
say what it is, Kofi.
What is it, Jack?
all that trouble and shit coming from one camp. Goddamn it, we know. It's a problem when Xbox got that shit working. Like, come on, man.
Right. It's like when PlayStation don't show up to E3. With Phil Spencer say, it doesn't feel the same when PlayStation doesn't show up. Man, that shit feel weird. So
no yearly events too, man. That really, I know people don't say they don't care about E3 and all that. But if you,
I miss that shit.
Just go back through the timeline of when PlayStation stopped doing confirmed yearly events and we had people to keep them honest, bro. They ain't been showing shit. Like low key, they haven't really showed shit since then. Like, oh, we ain't got to go everywhere. Oh, say less. Like, we good. Like, fuck it, bro.
Yeah. We reveal that shit when we want to.
Yep.
I like that E3 where they showed God of War. That was arguably the best E3 ever.
2016.
And
that was a big year. That was a big year.
Magical, bro. Magical.
There were never a E3 better than that. After that or before that, like when you heard that music for God of War, everybody lost their mind.
That's like the grand finale of E3 if you think about it. Bro.
Exactly.
Like, that was the season finale out this bitch. Like
exactly.
Man, look.
Close that shit down. Grand opening, grand closing.
Yeah. Oh man. Yo, right, Jen. Real quick on your thoughts on the price increase of PlayStation Plus.
I mean, unfortunately, I saw it coming because with every other successful business, you're always going to get a price increase. And it's not going to go well with the consumer who is supporting that company for years. I mean, I can think of a lot of examples from WWE with Endeavor trying to increase the price of the network or Peacock. It's just like it's par for the course at this point, unfortunately.
You know what? I 100% agree with you that. All of this shit's gonna go up eventually. You know what? You know why this one just stands out? I think it's just how much it went up. You know what I'm saying? It's just how much it really went up at one time. They just said, fuck it. $40 on top of this, $20 on this, $30 on top of this one. Like, you know what I'm saying?
All these companies saying subscription fatigue, which is a real thing. Why is the solution always just charge more though? Like, it's got to. These people are way smarter than I could ever hope to be.
Because
like,
they
got
know
to think of something else, bro.
the people that been there is gonna stay there. They're not going.
Jack, you're right. Because Jack,
they calling your bluff.
You know why? You know why, Jack? You're right. Because if they lowered the price, wouldn't that maybe make more people kind of hop in to kind of like offset the shit a little bit,
bro? But Kofi, listen, when you are a financial guy, you don't think like that.
You don't take that risk.
Yeah, it's always increasing. It's always increasing. Yeah, it's always increasing.
Financial guys like Jim Ryan, they always look at where I could squeeze who I already have.
Yeah. Hence the PlayStation Portal. That PlayStation Portal shit is to get more people who they already have into the ecosystem. Yeah. That's all that shit is.
Yeah. Ecosystem. Look at Apple. Apple is the one who everybody walking. Blueprint. Get everybody in your ecosystem and sell them more shit in your ecosystem. That's what Apple does, and that's what everybody following. It's just like Microsoft. Microsoft came into gaming now with this services shit. Everybody want to do it, and everybody following them. Oh yeah, you come in at this low entry price and you just raise the price. Year over year. That's what we're seeing.
But I feel like it got to be a point where you can't. Or Jmaine, you don't think so? Like we talked about this at one. I forgot one pod. It got to be a point that you can't raise the price anymore. It got to.
Kofi, listen. So when he just raised their prices, 20
I would think this is it.
Bucks. 20 to 40. Like anybody who have like some kind of financial common sense, 20 to 40 bucks. Come on, man. That shit is cocky.
It is. Really? At one time, it is.
With no addition, no better content. Like that's the problem, really. Like,
Once again, I think it's a whole different conversation. If they said that, we're adding our first party games in there day one, and they said this. I don't think
or just
something different. Just
some
something different.
People like AAA games. People don't even, bro. You know how people ridicule. You're not adding no games people truly want to play like that, bro. Like. Yeah, even if they're not usually
right. Usually the monthly games are old, so like people like us, we already either gonna have it or don't care about it. So
exactly.
And I like these live services shit. Nobody really asks for that shit. Bring back games like MotoStorm. Bring back games like
fire video by the way, Kofi.
Oh yeah, Kofi did a show.
Look how he missed the boat, right? The last Call of Duty and the last Battlefield drop, right? The year when they dropped. They dropped to mid reviews. If they had dropped SOCOM that same year, they'd have had a lot of people everybody were looking for a next shooter besides Battlefield and besides Call of Duty. If they had dropped any one of their shooters that year, they'd have got a lot of people over to their multiplayer. They don't need live services. They don't, in my opinion, they don't even need PC. If they want to make real money, You see all them JRPGs they have from the past? Put them shit on the Switch. Put them shit on the Switch. We know what happened when you push it on PC. The PC pirates do what they do.
Oh, here we go. Here goes the propaganda. Here goes the propaganda. Oh man, here goes the propaganda. Jack, you gonna get along with Muck. Jack, you gonna get along with Muck.
Muck, he my man.
Yeah,
No, he knows what's going on.
if you want to really sell games, you play it on a Switch. How much? KOFI, look at the Switch.
Yeah, we know it. Games are selling like crazy on the Switch on that platform.
Exactly.
That's a fact.
If
That's
Sony
a fact.
was smart, they'd take all the old JRPGs, clean them up, put them on a Switch. Instant 5-10 million. Easy. But
no,
looking at
honestly,
the PC
what I think PlayStation got to do, honestly, for real, is kind of just really just stick to focusing on their strengths. If the wheel, like what did they say? If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Don't fix
You know what I'm saying? I think if they just need to focus on their strength, and I get it. You're a business. You gotta think 20 years ahead. You gotta plan for changes. You gotta see what your competitor is doing, and don't get left behind, right? For whatever it is, you have to have your foot in a little bit of everything. So that's why they got the tiers. That's what they're starting to put their games on PC, expand into PlayStation brand. I think all of those are solid ideas. I think I disagree with you, Muck, that the whole PC thing. I think the PC thing is very, very smart. I know hardcore PlayStation guys for some reason don't see it for whatever reason. It feels like they make their console feels useless. But then again, you look at MPDs and your console selling like hotcakes still to this day. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm just saying that the moves that they're doing is smart, and even with the whole TV shows and stuff, we're seeing positive effects. I think PlayStation is doing a lot of things extremely smart, but the thing is, they're winning a lot, and when you win a lot, you get gassed, you get arrogant. You know what I mean? You feel yourself too much, and I think this is just kind of one of the situations where PlayStation kind of feeling themselves. They're not really feeling no pressure from the competition, so they feel like they could do something like this and raise the price up like this. I think it's just that simple. Yeah, I think it's just that simple.
They gotta put the idea or the feeling back into people that single player games are still the main focus, and when you only drop in one in a year like this, like you gonna, and then you're doing everything else with all these different hardware pieces, all these different TV shows, all those different movies. One is not going to be enough to get people.
Jmaine, I really agree. I really feel like I really feel like though. I really feel like those games are coming, Jmaine. Like I really do. Like look, we know Naughty Dog's working on a single. They have the. We know Naughty Dog's making a single player game, right? We know they're making this. We know Sucker Punch is making a single player game. We know, you know what I'm saying? Like we know this.
This is the first year Sony's going to get a pity Game of the Year nomination. I don't want to be that guy. Usually
Spider-Man 2, dog.
Usually Xbox is getting the pity nomination. This year PlayStation is getting the pity nomination. Let's really be real about this.
Spider-Man gonna deserve it, but it's like
it's gonna be good. I think.
What else would there have been?
Is it?
Nothing else.
I hope so. Shit.
Hey,
no, I think it's gonna be great.
You know who you sound like right now? You sound like a guy who I don't watch all the time. Who I hope his channel grew a lot more because he's a real gamer, like a real. You sound like Kid Smooth, man. It's coming, man.
That's so disrespectful. That's so disrespectful.
The games are coming.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
And listen,
that's so disrespectful, Muck. Bro.
No, for real. Kid Smooth is the biggest and the realest Xbox fan out there. All these other Paris and all of these other clowns. All of them man is a clown. Kid Smooth is the oldest Xbox guy I really respect.
That's true. That is true.
And he's the realest and the biggest Xbox fan. So when all of these Xbox guys to be jumping on Smooth kids, that shit they make me feel bad because to me he is the epitome of an Xbox fan.
Yeah,
the rest of these guys,
he love it. He love that box.
I can agree with that.
He love his box. He definitely love that shit. So he definitely
Xbox.
I don't want to sound like that. Oh yeah, it's coming. I never felt like that. I always say, okay, I know this one here for sure. This game here for sure from this studio, I know it's locked in. This game from that studio, I know it's locked in. Now is all these studios working on something, 2 projects, 3 projects, but what?
And we hearing that through the grapevine, through
Exactly.
rumors, and
Are they making VR? Where are the VR games at? I mean, Sony got a lot. They didn't
even doing that, man.
Yeah, they're not.
Yeah,
they're
well,
not,
they done been a lot off the plate, man. What's going on?
Yeah, well, you guys are saying that you don't want them to make handheld games, of course. So you want their main studios to make VR games now? That's what y'all telling me?
I want them to do something. Like I'm just at this point, man. I don't even got a VR here, so I want to
So
see VR game.
y'all got to pick y'all poison because y'all were jumping on me and beating my ass about wanting PlayStation to do a handheld, and they got to make y'all saying they got to make dedicated games, but now y'all want Naughty Dog to stop making what they're making and make it fucking VR games.
No,
and shit?
but that's why I don't want them to do the handheld because they ain't even doing the VR shit. So if you do another dedicated handheld, now you splitting the base even more. Or the development cycle even more. So I don't know. I wouldn't be mad if they got rid of VR after this.
I don't know if Sony right now just playing possum, playing dead, and next year they're gonna from next year on they're gonna blow socks out. But if that's what they're doing, cool. But I don't like this shit.
Yeah, that's what I said. It could be a shift in how they are revealing and
their games, right?
Reveal to release date
like a little bit
for
closer.
Their games.
Yeah.
A little bit closer.
But
right?
if that's the way it is, then tell us. Just tell us that's the way it's gonna be. Just, all right, next year we got a bunch of games to show y'all, and guess what? The release date won't be too far behind. Boom.
But the funny thing is, I feel like PlayStation has actually showed us like promising things that are coming, but they're just not first. They're just not first. They're just not first. They're just not first party. Yo, no, I'm just being real. I'm just being real though. I'm just saying it's just not first party.
So they ain't got shit. Is what you're saying?
You know what I'm saying? Like they want to secure some fire game deals, though. You know what I'm saying? They want to secure some fire deals, bro.
All right, so Kofi, that's the equivalent of me getting on YouTube, be like, I got some motion right now, y'all, and then I pull up your channel and show what you like, bro. That's not your channel, Jack. That's not your shit, man. What the hell?
I feel you.
Jack was like, I'm dropping videos every day this week, and it's all Kofi.
Yeah, I'm gonna start playing Kofi fucking playlist. That's what I'm gonna do next time on my stream. Fuck it. I got motion too. Fuck it.
Like, don't even worry about it, John. I helped fund these videos.
Exactly.
Allowed them to come out in a timely manner.
Y'all crazy,
bro.
Y'all crazy. Y'all funny stuff. I guess we were gonna see, man. We definitely. I guess we all hoping and pray. I guess we sounding like Xbox fans. Yeah. I guess another showcase. Wait till the showcase. Now that's what we are.
That's exactly what we sounded like.
Wait till state of play.
Wait till state of play. That's what type
we
of time
used to ridicule that shit, bro. Oh my
man.
god, bro. How the tables have turned, everybody.
Yeah, but the tables. Yeah, with the PlayStation guys, the tables have turned on a lot of situations. If we keeping it.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
A lot of situations they have turned. So. It is what it is. It is.
That shit was funny yesterday because when Game Pass went up, it was like a couple $, and then yesterday, fucking Plus went up like $40. I was like, yo. They got to shut up now.
Yeah, definitely. All right, let me read these super chat donations, then we're gonna wrap it up and get the hell out of here.
For sure.
This one is from Alcoholic Gamer. He says pink lemonade vodka, Everclear OJ. Enjoy on me. Shout out to Alcoholic Gamer. He likes to drink a little.
I'm just glad his kidney's still working, bro.
Yeah.
That fucking Everclear. He really drank that shit. Oh my god.
Yeah, I hope he good. This is from Captain Sidekick. He says, AI got allocated to the sandwich. I think he's talking about Starfield. AI got allocated to the sandwich. All right, this one is from Type 1 with a $20 super chat donation. I really appreciate it. He says, one Pete Hines said the game doesn't start to get going until 100+ hours. I rolled my eyes so far back in my head, I started seeing my own thoughts. I got zero desire to put 80+ hours in the game anymore, but congrats off. That's what he says.
Yeah, I heard that same sentiment from some of the reviewers. Like, it takes a little while to get going, but once you beat the game, that's when it really opens up.
Shit,
what the fuck kind of shit is that?
Yeah. I don't like games that do that, but I all I could say was the 4 hours I played. Even what I'm playing right now, I'm enjoying it. So
it sounds like you get something at a certain point, and maybe that makes it
better. Probably makes it better. So I'm too early to
like
tell.
A whole different
next podcast. While I have like 10, 15, 20 hours in the game, then I'm gonna tell you guys more what I think. This one's from Ruffle Mutt. He says, watch the first episode of One Piece. So far, perfection. I am not watching nor supporting no live action anime. I'm sorry. I'm not doing it. The cast looks goofy. I'm sorry. Live anime and live action do not work. I haven't seen it. I'm already heartbroken and distraught with what they did with Dragon Ball Evolution, making Goku a white suburban kid.
It-
A white suburban kid. Piccolo did not have no antennas. His ears were stuck to his head. The shit was terrible. I'm not watching no
God.
And look like
live
Bless Red.
action.
Jesus.
Oh,
I'm
shit.
not watching no
That
shit.
shit.
I'm bull.
Yeah, so I'm not watching. I'm not
I
watching
get
that
it,
shit.
Kofi. I get it.
I'm not watching live action anime. I'm sorry.
I get it. I mean, some of them are not too bad. I saw a little bit of Speed Racer. It's not bad.
I remember I saw like Attack on Titan live action, like clips of it.
That Cowboy
That's-
Bebop was dog shit.
I'm not watching that
God.
shit.
Oh god.
Just something
It,
about
it did look nice. It looked nice, but it was
something
pretty
about
trash.
America. Like I don't know, maybe it's just the artistic direction that they do, and I'm off on the tangent. Like the artist, I don't know. With American comic books, for some reason it works. Maybe because we actually could find actors that kind of look like the superheroes in the comic books versus characters like fucking Goku. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't find a person that looks like Goku, but you're reading an American comic book, you're seeing Spider-Man, you could actually find an actor that looks like Peter Parker. So I think it translates better. But the thing with anime, the designs of these characters are so fucking outlandish. Fucking Naruto got whiskers and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like imagine like doing the live action Naruto and putting whiskers on like a live, like it doesn't work. Like it looks weird. You know what I'm saying? So that's just my take on live action anime. I'm not a fan, so I will not be supporting this One Piece thing. But if you are enjoying it, more power to you. I'll be watching the show because the show is getting really good. This one's from Papa John's. This one says no Alan Wake or Mirage or Dead Space to Game of the Year or for Game of the Year. I think that's what he was trying to say. Yeah. Alan Wake. Ooh, I don't think Mirage is gonna make it. It looks like a real solid game, but I don't think it's gonna make it. Dead Space, great game, but for some reason, playing the second time, I don't know why this remake felt like it dragged. Like this shit felt long as hell. I don't know, man.
Bro, that remake is man.
Alan Wake, I guess this one has a little potential. I think it's yet to be seen. It's yet to be seen with Alan Wake.
It looks good, but
it's yet to be seen.
Hey,
they
Liza P.
a lot.
Liza P, yes sir.
Liza P looks fucking great. Oh my god!
I'm looking forward to that, man. I like
my
that
god,
demo.
bro!
That article
demo
came
was
out that they fixed the
amazing.
dodge.
And
Yes,
that was like
sir,
my only
was
complaint.
fire.
That was my only complaint because it seems like you just didn't dodge far enough, even when you timed it perfectly.
Right.
They had to fix like.
I like how creative the
visibility
enemy
frames and
types
shit.
are, like the set and that shit heat, bro.
That's probably one of the best clones of a Dark Souls or FromSoft type of game I've played. It's definitely up there. It's better than the Surge. It's better. The first Neo is fantastic, so I don't know if I'll go back far as saying that,
yeah,
but
Neo.
The first Neo is fantastic, but the second one I don't really care for. But all I'm saying, Liza P is definitely up there. From what I played, I never expected it to be as good as it was when I played the demo. I never expected it, and it was.
And you can play it day one on Game Pass.
That's crazy, bro. I had to pay $80-something for that fucking game, man. They getting that shit
I'm surprised you're excited for that, Jack. You pissing me off. Niggas sent you Sekiro, you still haven't beat that shit, and you playing Liza P.
I'm on the
playing Liza P.
You know what's gonna get me to be Sekiro, man? I'm gonna have to play Black Myth Wukong, man. I think they can get me back in the mood.
If you playing Black Myth Wukong before Sekiro.
Yes, sir. That's gonna get me back in the mood, though. I gotta get back in the mood to play that.
That's blasphemous.
You
right
should
there,
be
Jack.
playing. You should be playing Sekiro to hype you up for Black Myth Wukong.
Man,
you should be playing that to hype you up for that.
I was on the first aisle fight. He checked my prostate. You know, I was feeling good. I beat Genichiro in 3 attempts, bro. I thought I was the man on there, bro. I stopped playing for a couple days. Got back on there. Didn't know what the fuck I was doing. It was bad, bro. It was bad, bro.
Yeah.
Shout out to Sekiro.
Yeah, that game's. You already know how I feel about that. I ain't gonna get into it. This one is from 408 Shark. He says, "Will Street Fighter get the Forza Horizon treatment?" I really do believe so. That Street Fighter is sitting at a 90+ Metacritic, and it's only gonna. It's only yeah, it is. It's sitting at a 90+ Metacritic, and it's only gonna be nominated in the fighting category. I can almost guarantee it. I can almost.
Part though.
Yeah, even if it deserves to be a 90, people are loving it, critically acclaimed. It's just not gonna make the game of the year list for some reason. I don't think
a racing game
and racing games don't make it. They don't make it for some reason. I don't know why.
Yeah, Those games don't have mass appeal like that. I feel like that is not like a mass appeal. Like,
yeah, but don't they going around saying like a game like Forza Horizon has like over 10 million or 30 million players or some shit like that? Like, so.
Well, we know how they cook the book. We know how they cook the books with that shit. We already know. You scroll past that joint, yeah, you're active. You like, nah, I didn't even click play, man. Yeah, you're bugging. I don't.
Read the description on that bitch. Oh yeah.
Yeah, we counting you. We counting you.
Like they thought about playing it. Fucking add them too.
This one's from Blue Jay. He says, "BG gone and say this gen better with these prices."
Huh?
I'm tired of debating BG about shit, man. He just
BG is a Leo. You know, if you know how Leos are, they stubborn in their ways and they think they're right all the time. Trust me, I'm one too. But with him, he is.
You got a bad case of it, clearly.
Alpha. Let's be fair.
And that's all the super chats. That's all the super chats we have. And we're gonna go. Actually, did I miss some? And we're gonna go ahead and wrap up the podcast. You guys already know what it is. We ain't here for a long time. We're here for a good time. You know what I mean? So I just want to shout out. I want to shout out Jack for popping in and joining us. It definitely restored the feeling. You know what I mean? Felt like the old days. Shout out to Mark and Raijin for popping up for the open mic. Remember, if you guys ever want to be part of the open mic conversation, join the Discord, jump into open mic waiting room, and we'll drag you in for future reference. All right? So, y'all, when we do open mic, anyone who's watching can be part of the show. All right? So, we do appreciate everyone who's been supporting us on Patreon. We dropped WDF episode 5 on Patreon, so go check it out.
I'm pulling up this Sunday. Yes, sir.
Pulling up this
I'll
Sunday.
be there.
That's good. And there we go. You got free time. There we go. So make sure
Monday off. Absolutely.
Yes, sir. Make sure you guys pop in. Check out our Patreon and support. And yeah, man, if you enjoyed the podcast, hit the like button and make sure you guys, tap in with Jack. You guys already know what it is. If y'all watching me, you watching Jack. So you already know what it is. Tap in with Jack. And make sure y'all subscribe to Jmaine's channel and all of that too, man. And check out his videos and stuff y'all be posting, all right? So with that being said, we're going to wrap up and get out of here, man. Y'all have a blessed night, all right? Peace.
Ciao.
All right, that's it. We off air.